Welcome, everyone. I'm going to do away with that start screen a little early because I'm raring to go. Thank you for those of you who have already joined us. We should have a good crowd today. We are going to be doing something interesting today. We're going to be creating a spreadsheet. Groo, what's up? Groo, I'm in Discord chat if you decide you want to join us on voice. I want to welcome everybody. If you're in our guild, if you're in our Discord, you can join us on chat and join by voice. I'd like to get as much feedback as possible today because we are going to be doing some cool stuff. As you see here, we have a spreadsheet that we're working on that has all kinds of information about the game. It has a tier list that we're going to be building. We're going to go through and I have all the characters with all of their information here on the tier list. And we're going to drag and drop them on the tiers as you all determine who the best characters are. This spreadsheet will be available to everyone, so everyone will be able to, at the end of this, everyone will be able to get a copy of this that they can download and personalize, and everyone will have a good tier list idea. Also, some more information that's on here. It has Foodies list guide for the Foodies quests, and it will be updated periodically, so this will be something that is a living document that we can all use to work on our Awaken quests, tiers, everything we want. So what I'm doing is I'm just building this tier list, and then based on your conversations, discussions, we're going to take each of these characters and move them into tiers, whether they're a tier 1, tier 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to tier 10. Once we have everybody in there, we can discuss and move them within the tiers who the best characters are, who belongs in top tier, tier 2, tier 3, whether they're legendary, epic, or elite. And we will have our own tier list. Again, here's general information. We have all the in-game codes, prerequisites, what the rewards are, general notes about the game we can talk about, everything in Foodies guide with the rewards and what you have to do, the best packs in the game, and ascensions. We'll be talking about all of that. And again, this is a living document, and I want everybody to be a part of it. Too many tiers? There's not too many tiers. There's never too many tiers, group. Just trust me. Huh?
Yeah, there are. There should be like 4 tiers.
Hey, Coco, how are you doing? Also, if you're new to the community, please just click the heart button. It doesn't cost anything. It just gives a like. Whoa, what is that, Groo? Oh, that must be Andy joining us. Andy's deafened. I don't know if he can hear us.
Yeah, if you, I'll put it in chat.
So, MBW, what's up? Do I have a big echo? There, that should fix it. Hey, MBW. How come Dan's the only one that told me I had an echo? Is it gone now? I think that was the Discord echo.
Yeah.
Boom. Dan, MBW, everybody here. What I was just saying, if you're late joining us, we have a spreadsheet. Dan Heilman was one of the people who helped make this spreadsheet. And then I have updated it some. So we have in-game codes, general notes. I don't know how much the echo was prohibiting people from hearing. Today is what we're going to be working on is creating the guild list, the tier list. So on this tier list, we have all the characters. We have their rarity, their name, their faction, and their element. Too much echo with both Discord and Twitch. Is there still an echo?
You sound fine to me in Discord, but I'm not listening to the Twitch audio because it'll echo back.
Oh, okay. Hey, Andy, how are you doing? Yeah, Andy, I think you might have had your you've got to turn down your when you're in the Discord, since it's a little bit delayed on the Twitch. You need to turn your volume down on your Twitch. Just listen through the Discord. So if you want to come back into voice. So we're going to go through, and it should be easy. It's a simple drag and drop procedure, but I need y'all's help. Also, we listed Foodie's Guide in here, so we have a list of all the foodie quests. This is from Dan Heilman. You can see at the top, credit Dan Heilman. There's his YouTube link. And he has a list of the best packs and some Ascension information. And again, if you want this spreadsheet, all you have to do is in the chat, type !spreadsheet, and there's the link. Anybody can click that link. It's a view only, but you can make a copy. And once you make a copy, then you can type into your own personal, and you can make this personally identifiable. So if you disagree with any of our tiers when we're done, you can just drag and drop your own and change it with just moving the lines. And then I also want to post our Discord. If you're interested in our Discord for the game, there's our Discord. Just click that, and you'll be linked to the Discord for our guild. You do not have to be a guild member to be in there. And also, if you are interested in our guild, !guild, there's our guild. It's CHUPACABRA, all capital letters. So anytime in here, if you want the spreadsheet, just type !spreadsheet. The Discord is !discord, and the guild information is !guild. Before we get started, does anybody have anything they want to add to just the general information on the on this? We have in-game codes. These are all the codes that I'm aware of right now. Thank you, Groo. Ace DC, Ace Facebook, Level Up, Who's Your Daddy, Ace Bonus, Sort Out, and Ace 777. This is the prerequisite and the reward. So if anybody knows any other codes, please let me know and we can add them. And also general notes. This is just something to keep in mind for when the game goes live. Things to remember, like an order. It has the general affinity. Fire is greater than wood, is greater than water, is greater than fire, is greater than wood, is greater than water. Negative affinity, if you're at a negative affinity disadvantage, you have a 50% decrease in damage. Energy, just a simple reminder, always try to have less than the maximum energy. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, bud. Jelly. This was a good piece of information I learned from someone on Discord. Always try to use a double experience drop and then farm the jelly dungeon. So you're able to farm twice as much jelly and get twice as much evolution. Also, you can get a 15% increase if you buy the experience boost. Foodie, make sure Foodie is the champion or hero that you're using to level up. For food, you can Evo him to 5 before you use him because he's the least expensive. He uses less experience points to get him up. He's used as food, so never use a Foodie at level 2, 3, or 4 if you can avoid it. Always Evo him up to 5 to get the most bang for your buck. And then Zachary, if you're early in the game, invest early in Zachary. He is a good carry early. You get a lot of return on investment because you'll get a lot of copies. You can ascend him with multiple copies. And you can also maximize all his skills fast by farming the Flame Dungeon level 3. He does not require higher level materials, so it's easy to max out all of his attack very early. So you can get him ascended and maximize all his skills and use Zachary as an early game carry when you're looking for pure offense. So if anybody has anything they want to add to that, please feel free to drop that in the chat and we can talk about it. But without any more discussion, if there's not any, let's get to pulling some tier lists. So basically, who do you guys think are like the top 5 or so, or the tier 1 champions that we found, the very strongest in the game? What's that, group?
So real quick, I asked about this yesterday, but I don't think anybody had an answer, or if they did, then I simply missed it, and I apologize for asking again. Does anybody know the mechanic between when the Jelly XP dungeon shows up.
Yes.
Like I know it only shows
tell
up
you.
30 minutes at a time, but what triggers it? What makes it show
anything
up?
that uses stamina. Anything that you use energy on can trigger it.
Oh, so it just randomly comes up then.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you have 6 of them in your bag, as long as you're playing the game, one's going to be activated, and then if you stop playing and log off, the next one won't come on, but once you come on and expend energy, it'll come on again.
6 what?
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Chuba.
You're talking about
Yeah,
experience gels, right?
No,
we're talking about the Jelly Madness, the dungeon that opens up randomly.
The Arcane Dungeon Underworld Challenge.
I thought you were talking about the experience card.
Yes.
How do you get that to activate?
It's random.
Just by using anything. Just by clearing anything in the game. Whenever you use the little biscuits, the bread, you have a chance to open that dungeon.
So basically, if you do a run on a dungeon or anything that uses energy, go check and see if it activated it, because it's only active for 30 minutes at a time.
And it's just random?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or are you saying that if I do one now, it may or may not come on, or it will come on?
Yes.
May or may not. Random.
Okay.
If you farm like pretty hard, like if you put something on repeat, you'll see it pop. And if you don't check the check mark, it'll actually pull you out when it pops, so that you know it's there. There's a check mark that says like pull me out when arcane dungeon or something. The wording's kind of weird.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to Bane Wrath right now, like stage 6. I'm just gonna farm some stuff. I hit multi-battle. I bump multi-battle up to 10. I say use meal coupons and return to multi-battle after defeats, but do not check the find the arcane dungeon to continue.
Yeah, don't check it if you want to be pulled out when it pops.
Perfect.
If you don't want to be pulled out, then check it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try that out right now. Thank you.
I'm not sure I got that. Am I in the right place for this?
Go to start battle. No, go back. Go to one you've already beaten, and then click multi-battle. So go to stage 6. No, go back.
Yeah.
Go to anything you've already beaten. Yeah, there you go. Now don't click skip formation. Unclick that. Unclick the skip formation. Yep. Now hit multi-battle. And then you can see right there in the bottom right, find the arcane dungeon to continue. The wording's really weird. It makes no sense. If you click that, then it will not pull you out of the multi-battle when the arcane dungeon pops. So that's if you want to complete your 10 runs or 5 runs no matter what. If you do want it to pull you out, then don't click that.
And that means if I do an auto run of 5, at some point if that opens, like even if I've done 3 and it opens, it'll pull me out and tell me it's going.
Yeah,
it'll have a pop up at the top, and it'll stop your auto runs.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just rammed mine up to 10 and started it so I can verify this. But yeah, hey, thank you.
That's what these chats are for. Absolutely, to learn this stuff. So awesome.
Because I mean, to me it appeared random, and you know, I asked the question yesterday and nobody seemed to know, or nobody understood what I was asking. And so, yes, thank you very much. It's good to know the mechanics on these things, because that's important, because I'm out of XP.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, what's up? We're getting ready to start building our tier list. You're right on time. So, what I need now is people to suggest who you think is the absolute best in the game. For example, I'm going to drag Foodie up, and Foodie needs to be towards the bottom. But I'm going to drop him for the time being in tier 8, just because I think he's a little more valuable than some of the common people, and we can always move him there. But if we're filling up tier 1, who are our tier 1 people? Who do y'all think are the best people in there?
Zatlux and Hydrisia are the 2 best in the game.
Okay.
Hands down.
Absolutely. Those were the first 2 I was going to suggest too. So, let me find those. So, Hydrisia. goes in tier 1. And Zatlux. And he is an elite. He's an epic. There he is.
Yep.
Would you say he's better than Hyrisia at this point? Even though you're thinking he's going to get nerfed?
I don't know.
Okay, so we'll leave them there. Is there anybody in that same tier with them, or are they a tier unto themselves?
I would put Zachary in tier 2 probably. He's the same thing as Hydrisia, just a little bit worse. He has like the same role, AoE damage dealer. I'd probably put him in tier 2. I don't know if he can quite make it to tier 1. Just because he's an elite, so he has worse stats than Hydrisia does.
I think Zachary's kind of like the Kale of this game. I've used that so I think you're right. I don't think he would belong in tier 1, but I think for your return on investment, he might be the most important character because, like we were saying before, you can ascend him fully, you can max his skills very early on, and you can develop him. I think if we were looking at naked stats, he would not be anywhere near tier 1, but the fact that you can max him out, him at max, is more similar to these. So I think that's a good reason to put him in tier 2. I think it's important.
I mean, he's a real wave clearer, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he's easy to max out. And yeah, like you said, return of investment makes a big deal. I would argue that the return of investment on him kind of, I mean, he
might
kind
make
of
him tier 1.
Just through honorary means. I mean, without him to drive you early to mid game, I mean, he deserves a spot in tier 1. I would argue that.
I don't think so. I don't think he's even close. So when you do the tier list, I mean, if this is like an end game based tier list, he just doesn't have the stats to hold it like for fire. I mean, obviously Hydrisia is like so strong, and then you got Zachary. He does not hit anywhere near as hard as Hydrisia. Because I use the same gear on both, so I literally swap my gear between the two all day long,
Yep.
so I know. And there's a big gap between Zachary and Hydrisia.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Evelyn First Dawn, I've got somebody talking about Evelyn. And Evelyn First Dawn is not the regular Evelyn. Evelyn First Dawn is the legendary, and I'm hearing a lot of wicked cool things about her. So I think maybe the top of tier 2 up there with Zachary for now. And we can all this is all just
I'm pretty sure she's tier 1, dude.
Yeah, I think she's a tier 1.
Okay.
I haven't used her, but I heard she's like a god.
Okay. Well, that's what we're here. We're just dragging and dropping right now. We can always move these around.
I used the crappy, mercenary type version of her in the Everlasting Dungeon or Never-Ending Dungeon or whatever the hell it's called, and she was just nuking stuff. I mean, it's like, wow. That was the experience Dan had on his stream yesterday, but he didn't have her, and she just goes in and nukes everything.
Well, now Lenong is saying Evelyn should be in a tier of her own above Hydrisia and Zatlux.
I don't know. Just leave him like that for now. I would think.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't number him.
I haven't used him, so I don't know. Yeah, I think every tier is just like a grouping, right?
Okay. Hey, Boiler, how are you doing?
I got 2 more units for tier 2.
Okay.
Actually, 3 more. Blackhorn, Asrina, and Balbareth are probably tier 2s.
I'm really enjoying my Blackhorn. I find that I haven't put what's the other legendary healer?
Mathesia.
Mathesia.
Yeah, I find I'm not using her very much, but since I got Blackhorn.
Just for all-out hearing, Blackhorn is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Blackhorn, Balbareth, and what was the other? Asrina?
Asrina, yeah.
She's a fire.
Everything we're doing now is subject to change till the final release of the game.
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely, absolutely. But that's why I
100%.
wanted to do it this way, so it's just a drag and drop. And like I said, if somebody else, if you download this and you make a copy for yourself, it's just as easy as clicking this and moving them. That's it. You can drag and drop anything. This is just a a good basic that you can move and drop.
For
Yeah, Boiler, that's
here-
Dan Heilman talking, and Groo the Wanderer.
Bulb is good. He does a lot of damage for me on Tulpa, and he's got Resurrect whenever he dies. Bulb is very good. In the beginning I thought he was pretty bad, and then I put some really good gear on him, and he does really good damage. Tier 3 put in what's her name? Mariana, the lifesteal elite chick, the fire chick. Put her in, she's got a nice little spot in Tulpa for that lifesteal.
Oh yeah, she's the other elite, right?
Yeah, she's the elite that I would recommend.
I'm using Mulhex, and I would not make a case for him to be in the groups that we've already got in there, but Mulhex, I would make a case for this tier 3 below Blackhorn and Balboroth. He's a pretty good damage dealer and has a nice kit.
Okay.
If people disagree, we can move it out. Now, what was that name again? Dan?
Mariana, I think.
Yeah,
Fire elite.
Marina or Mariana.
MAR is definitely the first 3.
Marion Fire Elite.
Yeah, it's like Mariana, I think. She has a very specific purpose. She has decreased defense and lifesteal.
Okay. Anybody that's in the chat, please feel free to text, and we can get yours in there too. Some things some that I haven't used, but I've heard people talk about in past in closed beta testing 1, 2, and 3. I've heard good things about Hector and Abaddon.
Urian probably needs to go in tier 1 as well. If he's anything like the stage 10 campaign boss, he's a freaking monster. The very first guy on your list.
Urian should be in the top tier.
Yeah. He's very rare. I doubt anyone even has him, but I've faced him in campaign and he is a monster.
Some of the ones that we get, like the Mathesia, I would say Mathesia is a step down from Mulhex, so I would say somewhere like tier 4 in here. She's a good healer, but just doesn't do any damage. She does have a resurrect, so she's strong. You can also build her out with hit points, so she is very tanky as a healer, so she's good. I just wouldn't put her in the category up here with the damage dealers and the carries. We still have Valeria, Darken Nicholas, Ciara, Abaddon, Gangelo, Desmond, Cyrus, Bran.
Put the unicorn chick in like tier 2, probably. The girl who screams about her unicorn the whole time.
Oh yeah, the elfin archer.
Either tier 2 or tier 3. If she's the positive affinity, she does pretty good boss damage. And she's very tanky.
Yeah, she does great single target damage. Antinua.
Yeah, that's her name.
She's kind of like the cold heart of this game. It's single damage, single target, but does good damage. Where would you put her? Somewhere like in tier 3 or tier 2?
Yeah, somewhere in maybe tier 3.
I don't think she's as strong as Mulhex.
Yeah, probably tier 3.
Maybe between Mulhex and Marion.
She's definitely worth the 99 cents with the gear she comes with.
Yeah, 99 cents and a 4-star gear set is
like big beat. Yeah,
that's a pretty good deal.
What about the other starting chick? Literally the main character of the story.
Evelyn?
Yeah, she's a good boss hitter, man. She shows up pretty high in the DPS gauge.
I think
At least
only early
when
game.
Huh?
I think only early game. I'd
Yeah,
probably put her in tier 3 because she's definitely under Zachary as far as end game. Probably put her in tier 3 or tier 4.
I'm going to leave her here in 4. If we move her up into 3, then I think Mathesia needs to go with her into 3. Because I'm thinking Mathesia might be better than Marion overall.
Yeah. You might... Yeah. I don't have her, so I don't know. I faced one in PvP, and she was a monster and, like, impossible to kill.
Yeah, I think we're kind of in this range. If we've got 4, 4, 4, we're kind of in this range. Because, like, these bottom tiers are going to be all commons.
Right.
There's 140 characters, and a ton of them are common, so... again, some of the legendary, we've got Savannah, ZTLIN. Have people used Zetlin?
That's the one I have, and I really haven't had a chance to testing very much.
For the time being, his kit looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
I think it does. I've been using him against green stuff because he's fire. Yeah, like I said, I just haven't been testing him very much. I just pulled him the other day, and
Okay.
I had other priorities.
We can always put him up in this tier and then adjust him from there if we think he's better or worse.
I mean, his art looks great, but that's all I can really tell you right now.
Sometimes that's enough, man.
Well, his art's really great.
I mean, Dan carried Yolanda in Rage of Destiny because of her art.
Put Gangello, probably tier 2, maybe tier 3, probably tier 2. For a poison, he's like required for a poison team.
Okay, and see, that's the other thing I wanted to get at. As we do this, I started to fill out their kits, and I'll continue to go through and so you can look, and it'll be searchable if you need to find people that have, say, freeze, counterattack, heal, stuff like that. But then over here, I've got a category for notes. So let's do some of that. So like if, like Mathesia, I want to put in over here on notes, tankiness, heal, resurrect. That's not in the right place.
Cut and paste it when you're done.
And then, so what is that you wanted me to say? Was that ZTLI? No. We're talking about
Gangello. Gangello is for poisons.
He's
really good for poisons. Yeah, he makes poisons do like 50% more damage or something crazy and lands a bunch of poisons.
Awesome. Okay.
Him and Goobag together, end game, once you have a lot of speed gear, Goobag can have like multiple turns. And Santis is another very good poisoner, so those three together would be really strong.
In tier 2, or do you want to put the other ones in tier 3?
Santis might be tier 2, at least as a poisoner, like in that specific role. Who do you have right now? Goobag? Yeah, put him there, because he needs a ridiculous amount of speed. Put Santis probably above him. I haven't used any of them, but just in theory, looking at their kit.
Goobag and Santis there, okay.
Santis might be tier 2. I think it's tier 2 for Santis. For a poisoner, specifically.
Awesome. So Lydia, Hector, Crazed Urzag, Corrupt Orak, Valeria, Nicholas, Darkened Nicholas, Ciara, Abaddon, Desmond, Cyrus. You said Cyrus, didn't you? Did somebody say Cyrus earlier? And Brand? I've heard good things about Brand. Tia, Yolanda. Those of you online, somebody post something online and let us know if there's some people that you like that you want us to move up. Hugh, is Hugh any good? The Epic?
You should resort the remaining ones by column B.
By what?
By column B. Drop all the legendaries up top.
Abbott is good for an elite. Abbott is probably a tier 3.
Now the sort's going to be up top in your main controls.
What are you trying to do?
Sort by column B to drop all those commons and let's get rid of the grays and the greens. Yeah, just choose sort range. There you go.
And then we can move these, but let's don't worry about the commons right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the rares. Let me move these to the bottom. Okay.
Cool. Now let's go down the list. Who's got what? This is where we're running into problems, because now we don't know.
Lenong is saying Cyrus is really good. I think tier 2 or tier 1. And if we're not sure, I think we should default to like tier 2 until we're sure. I'm going to put, let's say, right there with Blackhorn and Balbrith for the time being, because they're kind of like the top of tier 2. That's where the 1-2 breaks up. Thomas should be tier 2 or 3. He's a good affinity for Tulpa and a boss killing champ. So let's see, that's Thomas. There's Thomas, he's epic. Put him in 3 for the time being. Okay. We're moving, guys. Lydia, Hector, Urzag, Valeria, Sierra, Abaddon, Desmond, Brand, Tia. The other thing we could do is from here, we could take these legendaries, move these to tier 5, and then move out anybody we think should go up or down. And we could use as the criteria, are they as good as Zatlan or not as good as the others? Like, who are the best of these?
I feel like Lydia is pretty good. I've faced her in campaign and she was like unkillable. She like dodges everything and counterattacks every time she dodges. Pretty crazy.
I've heard people say, and again, I don't know if he was nerfed in this one or not, but I know people that were in closed beta 1, 2, and 3 said Abaddon was really good. Part of that could be, I think that they had an event that everybody got him early, so a lot of people kind of worked on him. So I don't know if it's, you know, him naked that's good, or if everybody just worked on him. Lydia tier 4, good attack but too niche. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Melda. What about Holy Yolanda?
I think Yolanda herself is pretty decent. I haven't used Holy Yolanda though.
I haven't tested her yet. Dan, I should just give you my credentials and let you play on my account. I've got diamonds and stuff.
You got what?
I've got diamonds and stuff. I've got Yolanda, and I've got Zatir, or however you say his name, the dragon dude.
Oh, okay.
You said Abbott is good, one of the best of the elites. Where should Abbott be?
Probably tier 3.
That high? Okay.
Maybe tier 4. I don't know if Marion's is high, then Abbott's got to be there. He has a pretty good kit. I guess Marion's kind of niche, so maybe she does need to be tier 4. Maybe Abbott and Marion T4. Because Marion, you're only going to use for that lifesteal. So she doesn't really bring a lot. I guess she has decreased defense too.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And then maybe we should move these two legendaries up into 3. Because are these better than these legendaries? I'm thinking some of these legendaries should be in tier 4 with Evelyn, Abbott, and Marion.
Yeah, that's probably...
Like, I've heard some really good things about Hector as a damage dealer. Ciara. And Yolanda. Again, we can move all these. This is kind of... Some of this is based on speculation, but some of that's all we've got. What about Tia? I saw somebody talking about Tia. Love Doll. I think Cyrus is better than Bulb. Okay. Well, that's easily fixable.
I use Bulb in every comp. But yeah, I don't have Cirrus. I heard Tia was very good. One of the other streamers was saying he was top 5.
In his top 5?
She. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a top 5 that had Tia, Mulhex, Zatlux, and Mara in it.
Yeah, that was the one I have on my spreadsheet right now, just because someone randomly said it in Discord, and I just wrote it down just for...
Well, until we hear otherwise, then let's move her up here to tier 2. Or maybe we've got Mulhex here in tier 3. Maybe for the time being, she should be here with Mulhex.
I mean, Tia is a CC champ, man. I mean, she just goes in and says, nope, freeze. I'm done.
Oh, that's the Frost chick. Yeah, she is actually very strong. Yeah, put her tier 2.
I love her.
She wrecks me in campaign, freezes your whole team and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
She's pretty insane.
Well, then we'll put her at the bottom of tier 1 until we know otherwise.
As far as CC, she might be the best. Because there isn't a lot of CC, I feel like.
I don't feel like there's a lot either. Unless dude, we've been playing this for like less than a week. I mean, just saying.
Right, for sure.
But this is a good way.
I mean,
for
there's
us
no
to
one who
look
has
at...
like full team stuns like they do in Raid Shadow Legends, you know?
This is a good way,
that's
though,
true.
for those of us that are starting to see when we're pulling people. Hey, so and so's on here. Let's test them out and let's see if we need to move them up or down.
Yeah, and you can't really put gear on them that has that effect, or runes on them that has that effect. So you have what their kit has. That's it.
And then Mara. Who is Mara?
No, Mara.
This was in somebody's top 5. So I think that warrants at least putting it in our bottom of our top 2, and then we can adjust up or down from there. So far, I kind of like, from everything I've heard, I think we're probably... this top tier is probably pretty close. These 2 top tiers. I think, you know, I think there's going to be some movement, but I mean, I think this is a good initial so far. Bruzak is easy tier 2 or 3.
Yeah, same as Aurak. I think Aurak's pretty decent. He seems to hit pretty hard. He has lifesteal and decreased defense. I haven't tried Ballsack yet.
J-Town has.
I've got my Brewtech up to 3
I'm so
pink
sorry.
stars. Well, he's
I'm
4 stars.
I'm happy Kenny's in here to give some insight as well.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny.
There's a lot of units I haven't used.
Oh, Asrina. Don't forget about Asrina.
She's up there.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's really good for bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, William said, Kenny said William for his counter. Yeah, and see, you'll see here on the kit over here, he's got a joint attack, he's got a team counter attack, so those are the kits that I'm trying to put in. So, Kenny, where would you put Thomas? Or who did he just said? William. Like tier 3 for the time being? The Lego Speed Attack Booster. Oh, Windstrex?
Oh, yeah. No, that's the epic one. There's another one. Windstrex needs to be probably tier 2. But yeah, I know who he's talking about. William. Also probably tier 2.
William tier 2?
Yeah, and Windstrex.
Okay. The Legendary Speed Attack Booster. Urzag, Aurak, Valeria, Nicholas, Abaddon, Desmond, Brand, Imogen, Yolanda, as Dark Dragon, Asrina, or Savannah.
Some people swear by Brand, but I think his shields are kind of broken right now. They expire, like, before they get hit, I feel like. There's something weird going on.
Okay.
So maybe he needs to go to, like, tier 3 or 4.
Okay, I put him in 4 for the time being with Hector and Ciara, or we can move him up. Whatever y'all choose.
Looking through my people now.
Thank you for the follow, Melda. I appreciate that.
Evelyn could probably be tier 3. The elite unit, Evelyn.
Gotcha.
No, sorry, not Evelyn. What's her name? What's the poison chick's name?
Raven?
No, not her. Sorry. Raven. Yeah. Raven. She could probably be tier 3 as a poisoner. Oh yeah, Connor. That's a good one. You think Connor's a T2, huh? Like endgame? This is kind of like, we're trying to do like an endgame tier list. Yeah? Okay. Connor. Put Connor up there.
Hey, Kenny, I've got one for you. Jacob. Was he just somebody random you put up shards for?
I have 100 copies of Jacob. Is he useful?
I don't know. Oh, he's got, it looks like he's got...
Is that the one that plays the obnoxious ukulele?
No.
That's Josh or something.
No, he's the guy with the metal mask on the top right corner of his face.
Gotcha.
Just over his eye. But I'm looking at his A2. Randomly selects one ally at the start of every round. Every time that ally uses a basic ability, this character launches a joint attack with their own basic ability. I need to look into this. I need to look into this.
I have 5 or 6 copies of him, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I can't tell you how happy I am that Freya's back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. People saying, yeah, Jacob looks pretty nice.
Jacob plus William is wild team. Okay, so do we move Jacob, or do I still need to move him? Jacob.
I think you got to move him. He's still
And where am I putting him?
Either tier 2 or 3. What people are saying.
I'd say 3 for
with
now
Connor?
until we test him.
Yeah,
We can always
3.
move. We
Or
can always
Jacob
move.
and William? Where do we put William? Yeah, he's in tier 2. Yeah, moving these guys is as easy as drag and drop. So
Yep.
if we do something you don't like, just copy your own and drag and drop, and everybody can have their own.
I'll probably make a video on this once we're done with this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Kenny, we're in the Discord. Just go to voice chat 2 and just jump in there and mute your Twitch, and you'll be on with us.
There he is.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Kenny,
buddy.
how are you doing?
Yeah, doing okay. Give me a second.
So just so everybody who doesn't know us, I'm CHUPACABRA. Dan Heilman is here. Dan does tons of YouTube content. His YouTube channel is tagged on this guide. So if you hit exclamation spreadsheet and download the guide, if you go to Packs and Ascend at the very top here where it says credit Dan Heilman, you'll see a link to his YouTube. You can click that link, go to his page, hit like and subscribe, and you will see every video that he puts up. He also put together a list here of the best packs, how to ascend. Again, it's got his YouTube link here as well. On the first page, I'm CHUPACABRA. It's got my Twitch account, which you guys are already on, so hit follow or like, and you guys will get updates every time we go live. We're working on the tier section of our spreadsheet right now, so we're taking everybody's input and we're building a spreadsheet. And the beauty of this is, as we mentioned, if you do exclamation spreadsheet here in Discord, there's the link. Just click that link and copy it. You can make your own. After you copy it, it's view only if you copy it, but if you want to update it, just make a copy for yourself, and then you can update it however you want. You can just drag and drop whatever, but we're going to keep a copy here that will update, and we'll keep as a main one, so if you ever come here and you want to look at it, you can always see the updated. I'll keep a updated link on general info on the first page, so you can always see the last day it was updated here on the front page. Just right there. And anything like, for example, Foodie's Guide, this has the first 30. When we complete that and we go to stage 2, I'll fill in that. And hopefully we can use these when the game gets wiped and it restarts, because you can see what's coming up and what you might want to wait a couple of steps to do, so you don't, for example, enhance, well, what's a good one? You don't want to do something and then
Enhance
have to
foodie.
wait and do it again.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
I did the enhanced foodie, and then I had to wait like 2 or 3 days. to
Yeah,
get
there
another
you go.
foodie.
Oh man.
So we'll keep this, and it shows you the reward. It's also got a completion tab here that you can just color in as you do yours. So of course, if you make your own copy, you don't want my completion, you'll just go in there and reset that color, and you can just drag the color. So you'll always have a completion and know what's coming up. We'll add more tabs as we need them. We'll also put things in there like all in-game codes will always be updated there. So on day 1, when we all get wiped, we'll go in and drop all of our in-game codes, and I'll start off with some freebies. So we'll just try to make this as user-friendly as we can for you.
Yeah, I hope the codes still work when we go live.
Okay, Kenny wants to explain William. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, so today on Guild Boss, I don't know if you noticed, I made 200,000 damage only using 1 DPS hybrids.
Wow.
Yeah, because William's passive gives 80%, 80% when ascended, more damage to the basic skill. So I was doing A1s of 14,000, and her A2 and A3 were doing like 10,000 at best, with the Dragon King passive kicking in. So her A1 was doing 14, plus the Dragon King, plus 5,000 more. Then William's A1 uses ally attack if the RNG is good, so you can get Hydrex to join in. Another big damage.
See,
And he grants a counter attack that you don't lose it, even between waves, even between turns, taking turns, you don't lose that counter attack. You only lose it when you get attacked and you counter attack. And to add to that, his A3 is a AoE defense down for 2 turns. So in my opinion, he's like tier 2 at best. Tier 2, not a tier 1, but tier 2 for sure.
So you're saying William has everything in his kit to be great for an arena boss team, right?
I would say maybe
Guild boss.
Guild boss,
Guild
yeah,
boss.
for guild boss.
Guild boss.
Of course, against fire, he won't perform that well. But
Awesome. Anybody else? See, now that's something to include, because I haven't gotten that far in my game theory yet. So you're more advanced than I am. You're more mid game and I'm more early game. So that's some stuff that I would like to know. Like when we do notes over here, like guild boss, because we're gonna get into a case where, you know, it's one thing to just have the strongest characters up here, but you're exactly right. If we got somebody like William, you know, like when you play Raid, you've got certain characters that are not great in dungeons, but they're phenomenal on a guild boss team. So if we've got characters like that, please let me know so I can annotate in notes, because that's something that can help everybody right away. Like by you know, I might not advance my William thinking, oh, there's all these people stronger, but if I know he's that good in as a guild boss, I definitely want to get him ascended or improved.
for example, the guy I talked about before, Connor, I think he also has a lot of potential for the clan boss, guild boss, because he has a AoE heal, the biggest heal I've seen, and he's an elite. He's better at healing than legendaries. AoE heal. Then he has an attack up and shield. With skill up, it's a plus 60% shield effect. He grants massive shields. Sometimes on my dungeons, his shields can withstand like maybe 2 rounds of AoEs. Just a shield. Connor. 5 elite.
And right here, this is where I'm putting in the kits too, because what, like he's saying right here, yeah, A1 is defense down, A2 is shield attack up, and 3 is heal. So again, exactly, Kenny's genius. That's perfect. That's made for guild boss. Defense down the guild, put up a shield, increase attack and heal.
Yeah. I mean, mine has like how much he has? He has 1.1k attack. His healing is based on his attack. Mine is healing for about 1.5k heals. He heals 3 times AoE. 3 bursts of heals, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. It's a full heal. It's almost a full heal. So, and his attack is ranked at B. He's got a B rank attack, and he's providing this much heals. And I'm only using 1 attack set on him. I got him on a rage, a 4-piece rage, and a 2-piece attack. So his attack can go way higher. I just built him with great damage, great rate, so he can pull some damage as well. He's pulling, like on the boss I was doing on the Bane 8, he was pulling non-crits of 2k. Because of William. Because William increases by 80% than A1. It's his only attacking skill, so it's always good.
That's phenomenal, Kenny. That's great, man. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I wanted this stream to be today, guys. Yeah, this isn't like an entertainment stream today. This is for all of us to work together, and man, I'm getting excited about this game because there's so many of us that are like-minded that just want to, you know, do our due diligence early on. This is what beta testing's all about, man. Is bouncing ideas off each other, trying to find out who's going to be right for each team. Because here's a good example: William and Connor, they might not be as good individually overall in some areas as some of these legendaries, but like he's explaining, now I'm excited about getting those two built up and putting them on a guild boss team. Because I've got some good legendaries, but I'm not doing nearly that kind of damage. I'm doing, 16,000 guild boss damage, and I could probably take out, 2 damage dealers and replace them with these guys and do a ton more.
If you look at my team on the guild boss, only Hydrix is the damage dealer. It's a William, Blackthorn and a what's his name? Abbott. And an Abbott. I got two healers, one support and one damage dealer only. And I did 204,000, 204,000 damage.
There you go. And see, I'm thinking about it all wrong because I was in there with one healer and 3 damage dealers, but I'm dying, a certain number of rounds in there. You're probably it's just like the raid boss. You want the trick is high defense, high healing, and last as many rounds as you can to continually be doing that damage.
Yeah, and support the DPS.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta run, boys. See you guys.
Dan, you gotta run? Okay, thanks for joining us. We'll have the spreadsheet up for when you come back.
Sweet. See you, bud.
Take care.
Hey, we need to add a category like Dan did on the runes for SG, like with recommended gear sets and primary stats. Like, what should you be slotting on someone? And then it needs to include things like accuracy or whatever the equivalent in this game is.
Okay, so I'm just putting this sheet in there. So tell me what you wanted to say.
Recommended gear sets.
Cool, we can work on that next.
The gear sets, yeah.
Right, and do they need is it focus? Focus helps their ability, like defense down.
Yeah,
like accuracy does in raid.
Focus is for debuffs.
Yep. So
agility and what's the other one?
Precision.
Agility and precision. Yeah, those are stats to help deflect attacks or not.
Right.
Okay? If you deflect an attack, you don't take critical and reduce damage.
Right. So yeah, definitely we need to. I mean, it can even be a checkbox. Requires focus. So you know whether you need to, slot focus substats or not. Yeah. Because if they don't have any skills that need it, then you don't need it.
Exactly.
I'm just moving this around so we can see it a little bit better. So theoretically, we have commons down here in tier 10, rares in 9, foodie here in 8, and then elites and epics and legendaries. And now we just need to move these around to where they really need to be. So these legendaries, should these stay in 5, or are there any of these that should move up into 2, 3, and 4? Anybody who, like Kenny was talking about, that has a ability that would help in Guild Boss, or and I guess real quick, let's do that. Is there anybody else in Guild Boss that's a real Guild Boss hero? So we've got William and Connor. Did you say Abbott is also somebody that's potential in Guild Boss?
Yeah, I use Abbott. I use him because his single target heal, he heals for a percentage, and then grants a shield equal to the amount of health he has missing from 100%. So if he's near death, he gains an extra health bar just in shield.
He doubles his health bar, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But his heal is minimal. It's a minimal heal, but grants a huge shield.
If he's at 50% or
50%, no. I'm sorry, it's 50% of the lost health. It's not a full shield, but I mean, it's 50% lost health in shield plus the heal.
Lovedoll is saying that they'd like a more in-depth discussion about basic attack team later.
It means A1s only, right? Basic attack.
Lovedoll, do you mean just how how it works, or?
I think so, because A1 has the designation of basic. It's a basic attack. A2 are special attacks, and A3s are ultimates.
Okay, Melda's saying Hackrin. Let's see.
Yeah, Hackram has potential as well. He's a
Hackrin,
tank.
she says, should be tier 2. Oh, okay. That was the discussion that he wanted. Okay, then we're good. Melda, got you Hackrin moved there. Anybody else? Andy, you got anybody that you think we should move either up, down out of these first 4 tiers, or start moving out of tier 5? Are these legendaries below these tier 4s, or do any of them need to be moved up or down? And also, are there any of these epics that need to go up or down?
Oh,
What
yeah,
about
for
Hugh?
sure.
I hear a lot of people talking about Hugh.
Yeah, he was good for Arena. He's
Hugh
one of
for
the
Arena.
fastest champs. Yeah, he's one of the fastest champs. Has an AoE decreased defense, not 100%, but 75%. He's good as an initiator. But in my opinion, to me, it's better to use him and you use Windstrikes as well. Windstrikes to buff, him to try and debuff.
Awesome.
Because he's 12 or 14 speed faster than her. Yeah, she's 113, he's 125.
Awesome. Anybody else that's good for Arena? Specifically?
Yeah, but I don't have them. I mean, what's her name? It's a legendary. Light legendary.
Yolanda?
Nah, not Yolanda. Yeah, but Yolanda is good. It's not that she's not good.
Urian?
No, Evelyn first on.
Evelyn first on.
Yeah, not only for Arena, but everywhere.
Yeah, we've got her as our #1 overall character.
Yeah, for sure.
So Yolanda's good. Should we move Yolanda up any? She's in tier 4, and we've got Holy Yolanda also.
Yolanda, I haven't played her. She used to be good.
Andy, drop a follow. You know what you're talking about. Andy, you should be leading this conversation. You and Kenny seem to be like our resident experts. And Melda.
Yeah, Gab is good. Gab is good, especially with 300 speed, because he gets 2 turns. He's one of 2 characters that I've seen that can have 2 turns on 1 turn. What's his name? Gubek or what? Gubek. Yeah, Gubek. If he has over 240 speed, he gets 2 turns per round.
Wow.
If he's ascended, it's for every 100 speed, he gets another turn. So at 300 speed, he could get 3 turns in 1 round.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Gubek can be really good, ascended especially.
I just pulled him yesterday.
But I mean, for me, I think he's just mostly Arena. Yeah, he's mostly Arena. He has poisons as well, but it's a single target poison. Paired with the William, he could be good. His A1 grants him 10 speed each time it's used, to a max of 15 stacks, so he can get 150 speed, extra speed from using his A1.
Wow.
This is
Yeah, exactly.
this is
Andy.
gold information, guys. You guys are killing it. You guys are definitely explaining it better than I can type it.
For example, the orca I said before, Brusak. I think you put him in tier 2.
Rusak, yeah.
Brusak, yeah. For me, it's the tier 2. Why? Because he's one of the few that has a defense up 2 AoE for the whole team. When it's skilled up, it's 3 turns of the buff for a 3-turn cooldown. No, 5-turn cooldown. He also has a taunt for the waves.
Is he in a good spot here, or should I move him up or down?
No, not higher. Not higher. Either 2 or 3. I mean, I'm building one to try and use him in Tulpa. To get Tulpa 10 and 11 autoed. Because he's going to be a tank. If he's a standard, he has two usage of negating the damage to an ally, and he himself takes that damage, 50% of that damage. A standard, he can get that 2 times. With a healer, I think he's great. Plus the increased defense he has.
So
I think it is a great tank.
So it would be pretty good to pair him with a healer who has a group heal
And a single target.
A single target. Whoever has the lowest health probably is going to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
The team I'm trying is Brusak. It's gonna be Connor, Brusak, Connor, Orak, and then either Mathesia, because I need a healer, either another healer, either Mathesia if I need it, or Cirrus. That's my highest fire hero. I could build a Hector, and I think Hector has a lot of potential, but I can't afford it to raise him, to invest in him. But I think he's a great legendary for a single target boss encounters. He has a pass. His trait is ascended. It's 50% max damage. His A1 grants him damage up to. That's plus 50% damage. His A2 applies increased damage taken. That's plus 30% damage the target gets. And his A3 deals 160 damage and grants a bonus turn for every X. I still don't get what that is, but I want to test him out, but I can't afford it in resources. Yeah, Hector.
Okay, so we're basically down to tier 5, 6, and 7. And we're just looking at anybody we might want to move up or down in here. Anybody in here tier 5? Urzag, tier 3. Urzag all the way to tier 3. Hector was strong against the boss. I heard that too, Andy. That I wasn't in those earlier beta teams, but I heard somebody saying that. that he did a lot of good damage against the guild boss. Yeah, and Abaddon is the other one. I was telling people, I think before you got here, a lot of people that were in the earlier beta said Abaddon was really good, but I'm not sure if it's because everybody got him or if he really was that strong, but I think he definitely should be moved up for the time being until we find out for sure. Anybody else in these elites that need to be moved up? Charles, Dulav, Vidar, Anna, Agzul, Cece. I've heard some about Cece being good. Rodira, Valuk, Kaluk, Maluk, Tuzago, Ruhago, Mulago, Elson, and Joseph. Anybody to move out of tier 7, or is that pretty good?
Honestly, I don't know about those.
Okay. What about epics? Orak, Vance, Kyle, Scarlet, Helmar, Andre.
Orak is tier 2, for sure.
Orak
he deals
is
a lot of that. Yeah, a
tier
lot
2?
of damage. Yeah. he's pulling over 10Ks.
Nice. So he's up there somewhere with Windstrex and the legendaries?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So do we
Is
face
that-
do we face a lot of mobs that have like high dodge or high resistance to being
only-
affected?
Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. And honestly, I don't even run focus on my champs. If I have it, it's from substats. Orak, for example, has 12% focus. And he always applies his debuffs. Only one I've seen miss his debuffs is William. Missing his decreased defense. And he's on 5.5 focus. So maybe.
So in that case, so what's the percentage decrease of defense for him? Is it pretty decent?
For William,
Yeah.
it's 100%.
It's what?
100% to oh no, yeah. Okay, it's 80%.
80%.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
that's why it
damn good.
misses.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. So if he's having problems running his debuff, then I think probably the ZTLIN, that legendary, the one that I picked up. So his trait is +10 accuracy and precision. And then when it's ascended, it's delay fate 2. So maybe it's 15 or 20%, but it's also unremovable and permanent. So everybody in the party gets +10.
But it's not chance to apply. So it only increases the chances when it applies to apply it, not to be resisted, not the
Right.
chance to apply itself. That's why William sometimes misses.
I got you. Oh, okay.
It's not a guaranteed debuff.
Those of you joining, Kenny's been good enough to join us. That's Kenny leading that conversation. I'm CHUPACABRA. Kenny's been leading the conversation. Groo the Wanderer is with us. A lot of us are in Guild CHUPACABRA. Groo is one of our deputies. Dan Heilman is one of our deputies. Some of the other people here are involved in that guild. If you are interested in our guild, we're pretty close to full right now, but we're always looking for more people and joining the family. If you want to join the Discord, you don't have to be in the guild, and you can get the Discord that just popped up. That's the link to the Discord. Josh just joined our Discord and joined our call. So Josh first. And Josh, I've seen you on the Discord a lot with a lot of information. I appreciate that. And some early, I think your top 5 you had earlier included Mulhex, Mara, Tia, Zatlux. Didn't you put out a top 5 a little while ago that had those in them?
Yeah, that list has changed quite a bit since I've done a lot of testing.
Okay. Well, hit us up. Where would you make our changes? Thank you for joining the conversation, and I really appreciate Melda, Andy, you, Kenny, a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge. So I hope you can help us move some things around and get it as accurate as we can.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just joined in, so I'm just kind of looking over your list real quick. I would say, see, the thing about Evelyn first on, she's so good. I would honestly, she would have to be in her own tier. She's that good. She is literally her own tier. She's like a tier 0. Because I don't know if you guys have ever played 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and there's a unit called Red Gother early on. She is basically that unit for this game. She's a universal fit. She will be in every team you build, and she'll never leave your team no matter what mode you're in because of what she's offering to the team. It's just,
and she's light. And she's light.
Yep, she's going to be neutral to everything except for dark, and you don't see dark too often anyway, so it's... Yeah, she needs to be in her own tier. There's just no way around it.
Awesome. Done. I'll scroll back up in a minute.
No problem. Just briefly looking over. I would say...
Anybody in the tier 2, tier 3 break? Is there anybody in 2 that doesn't belong there or 3 that belongs up?
She is still a really great unit. She was actually the best unit in the last beta. Your Urion, if you pull him, he's very, very good. Zalix, I have a feeling Zalix is going to be one of the first units that's going to get nerfed, unfortunately. He's just too good. He'll either get nerfed or they'll bounce him up to a legendary, but he is phenomenal. Hydresia, very, very good new unit as well. So I think those look okay. Yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with those 2. Or those 4, sorry. Glad to see we're getting some Bruzak love in here and some Connor. Those 2 units have surprised me as of late.
Yeah, a lot.
Gangelo, I'm actually working on building a full poison team right now, so I'm gonna really see where he can end up in the end. But I think that's a good spot for him. Molehex, a lot of people are going to be confused when they see Molehex because when they start with him, they're going to be like, he doesn't look too great. But if you are thinking in the long term and not the short term, he's going to be one of the best units in PvP, Guild Wars, if they ever add it, or live PvP, because of his ability. He's going to one-shot anything he hits in PvP. So that's a good spot for him as well.
I've been using him with a big rage set, and he's been doing a lot of damage for me. He's actually doing carries over Zachary for me.
He's a unit that I feel could actually move up as time goes on. As soon as we get into that tank meta, he's definitely going to be up there. Cyrus, phenomenal damage dealer, especially for guild boss and gear dungeons. With that damage immunity as well, very, very solid unit. She's also the second fastest unit in the game, which is great because she's going to be a super good counter to a unit that does need moved up, and that is Hugh. Hugh is going to be a dominant. He's going to be a monster in PvP because you're actually not going to, contrary to belief, he's not going to be used for DPS. You're actually going to want to use Hugh as just pure speed and focus. He's going to go in, speed down the entire team, push them all down so you can push your units up and then hit them 3 or 4 times before they even get a turn. If not, they just all die. So he's going to be amazing in PvP. He's also very good in PvE as well because, again, his ability to kind of push your units up to the front and not take as much damage. So he's just overall very well-rounded if you build him with speed and focus. Asrina?
Also, his ultimate ignores 50% of the enemy's damage. I think he has damage as well. You
could try to squeeze damage out of him. I just feel that he's better as a speed blitzer instead, just because of the way he's going to be utilized. Yeah. But he could be used, if you want to build him for his counter attacks, you could definitely put crit on him and some crit damage if you like. It's possible. It's just going to take some gear magic. Windstrex looks really good there. Asrina, she's a tough one. Yeah, Asrina's a tough one because I feel like she's like borderline tier 2 because she's by far the best burner in the game. She's like really one of the very few, to be honest. She's kind of like in her. I feel bad for Asrina because she lacks support. A lot of the other units with debuffs have other supporting cast members. She really doesn't have that supporting cast. So when she uses her skill 2, she's basically only getting damage off base of her own burns. If she actually had some other good burn units alongside her, she'd be even better than she already is. But the fact that she's just a dominating species when it comes to Tulpa, and Tulpa's going to be one of the biggest gear dungeons you're going to be farming forever, I would say she might be deserving of tier 2. Just for the simple fact that you're going to use her a lot. She's a free-to-play unit. You can get her from Covenants.
She's been nerfed since CBT1. Her trait used to be counters whenever she's attacked.
Yeah, now it's once every 3 turns.
Yeah, once every 3 turns with supposed to be AoE. I think she doesn't. I think she's single targets, right?
No, she does AoE on her counter now.
Okay.
It's just she no longer explodes burns on her ult or anything like that either. I think she used to do that in last beta.
Yeah.
But yeah, they messed.
She used to. She was top tier. She's been top tier.
Mara, she's tier 1. Or not tier 1, tier 2 since you did add the new tier 1. She's tier 2.
I'm sorry, I move Mira up to tier 2?
Mara is tier 2. She is by far the best freezer in this game. I feel like she might even be another unit that's on the chopping block to get nerfed. Or bumped up to a legendary. So how you can utilize Mara, for those of you who are not aware of what Mara can do, she basically has an AoE attack on her skill 3 that you can use. She has very good speed. I think her base speed is like 122 or something like that, so you could get her pretty fast. But you actually want her to be the slowest on your team, and I'll explain. If you use a unit like Hugh first, and you push the enemy down with his speed down debuff, if you push them below Mara, if Mara goes last in your team, she can use her AoE. And what's really cool about her trait is if you have a debuff, she's guaranteed to do a freeze. The only way you cannot freeze is, of course, you have high resistance, which since they took resistance gear out of the game for whatever reason, that's going to be very hard to pull off. And nobody's going to be building any kind of tank team anytime soon. So for the foreseeable future, if you run Mara with Hugh, you could just essentially turn 1, freeze the entire team, and they can't do anything about it. They literally just lose their first turn.
Yeah, if she's left, yeah.
And you can cheese her in everything except for boss fights. You can cheese her all through tower. You can cheese her all through story mode on all 3 difficulties. She's a phenomenal unit. And I know some of you players out there who hate fighting Lydia in story. She can freeze Lydia even on a dodge. So she's very, very good. And yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
No. I was saying I saw that in the Discord chat.
Yeah, so she's a phenomenal unit. I'm
sorry, I was typing something. Is there somebody I need to move?
Oh no, I'm just looking through. You could scroll down to the tier 4.
We talked about Antinua as being really good, but being a little bit limited because she's single target. She's kind of like a cold heart type.
Go back and be moved up for sure. Go back. The second one, legendary. Yeah. Tier 3.
If you want me to move them up more in the levels, let me know too.
Yeah, Antinua is a tough one because if you do have her dupe, she does start with doing 1,200 additional damage and receiving 1,200 less damage. And I'm still not I've not tested her yet. I got her built up on my main account, but I have not been able to run her with the gear yet, so I can't really say anything on her at the moment.
She's been pretty good for me. Again, single target. The worst thing about her is every time she attacks, she screams by the power of my unicorn, and that gets real old real fast.
I played this whole game on mute, so I don't know.
That's what I'm about to do.
Raven, I would move her up quite a bit. I don't know how far quite yet, though, because she has a very positive and a very negative. Her positive is you're going to be looking at her as a unit that you're going to want to use her ult. You know, more debuffs, the bigger the ult. But actually, her real strength is in her skill 1. If you put her on auto and turn her ultimate off, which would also turn off her skill 2, she would just keep using her first attack. And what that first attack is going to do is it's going to have an 80% chance to apply a poison. So if you run her in a poison team with Gangello and Santis, you're going to be doing some very massive damage for guild bosses. Or not guild boss, sorry, regular gear bosses. So that's going to be fantastic if you're trying to farm Tulpa at a lower stage. She is going to have that neutrality because she is a dark type. However, you will have one issue. You're going to have to try and get 5 additional copies to get her full trait, and that's going to be tough because she is dark. I know she's an elite, but since she's dark, her drop rates are very, very low. So it's going to be hard for a lot of players to completely max her out. But, you know, just at base, if you build her with a lot of HP and defense, because that's kind of what poison units want to do. They just want to be tanky and just melt the enemy. She's a fantastic unit. For an elite, very, very good. If you pick her up and got Gangello, there you guys go. You guys got yourselves a boss-killing team.
This is great, Josh. Josh, what's your in-game username?
Joeyverse.
Joeyverse. Melda's thinking Antennu is a tier 3. Yeah, Melda, I think so. That's kind of where I was thinking. I'm not as familiar with some of the tier 3, so I don't know if she's as good, but I definitely think she is good. I'm gonna move her up to tier 3 for the time being, up here with Santis and Hakran. We can always. This is always just you know, an initial. We can always move them around, and like I said, if you make a copy of this and run your own, you can drag her back down if you disagree. It's just a simple drag and drop to make your own.
Thomas, I would say, would probably go up to a tier 2 just for the simple fact that he is in one of the strongest teams you could build in the game. That is the counterattack team.
Yeah, Thomas and what's his name? Arundel.
Who goes
Thomas
with
Arundel.
Thomas and who?
Arundel. He's Wood Epic.
Arundel? This one?
Arundel, yeah.
How high up does Arundel go? With Thomas?
I'd say with Thomas, yeah. I'd say with Thomas.
So who would be on that counterattack team, Josh?
Well, you could run Jacob. You could run Thomas. Obviously, you're gonna want to run William. He's kind of like the engine to that team. You could also run Hugh in that team because Hugh's gonna outspeed everything, so he's gonna always counter. So you have quite a few options for that team.
Okay.
You could even run Arundel in that team as well, to be honest, because every time you crit, he's gonna attack.
Yeah, but it's not with his A1. That's the problem. But it's still good.
Yeah, if you run him with Lydia, he'll go off because Lydia is completely built around she needs to crit. So you want to give her tons of crit. But I have not actually played too much with Lydia, so I'm not gonna say where to place her. Whoever's got experience with her would know a little bit more than I do. If you go down and you look at Holy Yolanda, if her skill set is to be believed, she would be the number 2 unit in the entire game, but she's not available, so none of us can test her. So she would have like an asterisk next to her name. I don't know if she's ever going to become available. I know right now she's just I think just a boss stage in the game. So if she ever becomes available with her skill set that they have listed, yeah, she would be like the number 2 unit in the game.
Okay.
But who knows?
Yeah.
So she's not available yet.
No, she's not available yet. So it's like you can put an asterisk next to her name because no one can test her.
Gotcha.
Slashing.
Wow. I just checked her kit. She's insane. Really.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going through. Yeah, there's quite a bit of units here I still haven't been able to test, especially the light and dark units because they won't drop for me. The only way I've been able to test the light and dark units is sadly through trials, and that's not the most ideal place to test because their skills aren't skilled up, and they don't have gear.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that Corrupt Orak would go much higher, but I can't tell you where because I haven't been able to test him. I know both the Nicholases, they're not as great as they used to be anymore. Dark Dragon Asrina has a really weird kit. She looks cool. She might be like the coolest design character in the game if you want to give her credit for that. I've heard really good things about Savannah. I have not been able to test her yet, so I don't know if anybody in here has had experience with Savannah, but I've heard really good things about her. So she might be another unit that might move up.
I haven't played her.
Freya would be amazing if she worked on bosses to keep like units like Tulpa from continuously getting that attack up buff. But unfortunately, she does not work on bosses, so she can stay put.
We got a lot of people here that are new to the community. Please click the heart button and drop a follow. It's completely free, and you'll get notifications whenever we're online, and we can all continue as part of the community. I'd love to see you continue with us. I really appreciate Kenny and Josh and everybody who's helping build this spreadsheet. Like I said, I want to shout out real quick. Dan Heilman also does a lot of YouTube content creation. He's in our guild as well. He was here earlier. He is linked on the PAX and Ascension page here at the top to see his YouTube channel. Just click the link at the very top. And you'll be connected to him. The Higher Standard does a lot of content creation. J-Town does content creation. We have a lot of content creators in our guild. Just wanted to do a quick shout out, and then we can go back to discussing. But please help us out with the community. It also helps our algorithm and helps us be seen more and helps spread the news for people looking for streams to learn more about the game. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Josh. Just wanted to get that plug in there.
So I'm just looking at some of the units I have experience with here. So in tier 4, I do believe Hector and Brand could definitely move up. Hector is probably one of the better boss killers in the entire game right now. Not the best, but definitely one of. Brand is a staple unit in tank teams as well as guild boss and Gear of Dungeons. So both those could definitely move up. And that might be it for what I've been testing here. I haven't been able to test every unit, guys. I'm sorry, but I've tried.
No experience with any of these guys in tier 5?
Scroll down a little bit. I can't see them. There we go. Yeah, Kane's fine where he's at. Melissa's fine where she's at. Both the Dark Nick and regular Nick just aren't great anymore. Like I said, the Corrupt Orak, I feel that he could definitely move up, and so can Savannah, but I don't know where because I do not have experience with them. I've just heard really good things. So hopefully somebody that has experience with those two could let you know and elaborate a little bit further, because those they can move up really far or just a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have experience with here so
Any
far.
of these epics in tier 6? I'm scrolling up for you.
Vance isn't bad.
Virgil, you can move up because he's pretty busted in PvP if you have the right team set up. Because Virgil has an AoE silence, and he's really fast. He's like, think 3rd or 4th fast. No, he's got to be like 4th or 5th fastest unit in the game. So if you're talking PvP, if you have any stock in that, he's definitely an amazing unit. If you're running a bleed team, Helmar is your engine for that, as well as Scarlet. But we still have a couple people testing bleed, so I'm not too sure how good they are just yet. Vance can ignore everything except bosses, so unfortunately he's not as good as I'd like him to be. We tested him out recently, and we were very excited because we're like, okay, if he can ignore like Tulpa's shields, for example, this is a really solid unit. Or if he can even, the fire geared dungeon ignore the blocks, he doesn't. He just does not do anything for bosses, so it was kind of a flop for me with him. The Vengeful Hassle, we thought that he could be another counterattack engine where he could just allow us to keep using all of our skill 1s. Unfortunately, he only uses it for himself, so he's also another bit of a flop. I will say one down there that probably could move up to maybe at least 4 is Nathalia, because actually if you run her with a team that does provide buffs, which there's a lot of good buffers in the game, all of her skills become AoE. Every single one of them. Even her skill 1. So with the right team set up, and if we get any new units, she could actually keep continuously moving up. But for now, I think that's fine. And yeah, I think that's just about everything that I have personal experience with. So everything else would be all up to you guys.
Any tier 7 elites that are a little better than we think they are?
I'm actually running Azgul right now. He's an interesting case because on one side he fits in with the poison team, but then he doesn't, because he does do poisons on a skill 1 and 3, but his skill 1 is only like 20-30%, so it's really low, and it doesn't go up with skill ups, so it stays low, which is a little bit of a disappointment. His skill 3 does AoE with poison, which is fine, but his stats for his HP and defense are very, very bad. So he's going to be super squishy, even more squishier than Raven. And at least Raven has an 80% chance poison on her skill 1. So she's going to get poisons off a lot, whereas he won't. So he kind of disrupts the flow of the poison team. But now his trait is very interesting. Every time you get a kill, he's going to gain 10% attack up to a maximum of 10. So basically 100% attack boost. That's going to be permanent until the end of the entire round. But him being so squishy, he's gonna die so quickly. You're gonna have to build him up with really good tank gear, and then that's gonna kind of just disrupt him being an attack DPS anyways. And really, you don't want a DPS in your poison team because they're really built to just 5 and melt the opponent. So yeah, he's kind of fine down there. I really don't care. You could put him in the trash can for all I care. I would say Elson needs moved up. He needs Elson needs to be moved up with Evelyn because he does have true damage, and he is a nice single target damage dealer for an elite. So wherever you have Evelyn, put him right next to her. They're very closely the same type of unit, except he does have true damage, and she has that whole guaranteed crit on her ult.
I've been using him in the Bane Wraith. I've been using him because his attacks count as 2 if he crits. To remove the barrier, he has a 12 ticks barrier in stage 9. Elson, with his attacks, he does 1 attack, then he does another attack because he crits, so he takes 2 ticks of that barrier. I'm just using him there.
You can move Joseph up to 3 or 4. He'll be used for PvP as a budget build if somebody wants him.
How about here with Evelyn and Elson?
Yeah, that's fine. He's gonna be a super budget build. Like, I don't know if people will use him, but he is there if they want to.
For Arena?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else in the elite that has any more use than we're giving him credit for? I have Foodie here just because it's the benefit of leveling him up. I think has some value.
Yep, that 20% less EXP required. Very nice. I don't know what's in tier 9. I can't see those.
I'm moving it up for you right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, those are all. Yeah, those are all.
They're all rare. Tier 9
Yeah.
is all rare, and tier 10 is all common. I just lumped them all in there for the time being. Unless there's one you think that stands out, unless there's one that's like an Armiger or something in Raid that just really stands out.
The only one that would
There is
even have
one.
a chance is the Fire Imp, and that's if you let it die and nuke the whole team. But it doesn't do much damage because unfortunately its base attack is so low. So even if you gave it the best 6-star gear you had, it's just not going to do anything.
The Fire Mage?
I mean, there's one common that has an A2 that scales with enemies max HP, but it's extremely low. I got one to 5-star and it was hitting for 100s. So, totally not worth it. The poor Townie. Poor Townie. I mean, in CBT2, there was one as well that would, I think 5-shot the guild boss.
Well, I think this is a real good start. Let me ask you this to change pace, Josh, since you weren't here at the very beginning of the conversation. We also have this here at the front where we've listed all the in-game codes, prereqs, and the rewards. And then here in general notes, we're just putting together some things so when people get the... when they wipe everything and we restart, just some things to remember. It's got the basic affinity, negative affinity, energy reminders, jelly reminders about using a double XP and then farming jelly dungeon, Foodie, Zachary. Like we talked about Zachary, that he's good to invest early because you can ascend with copies, farm Flame Dungeon 3, maximize all skills. So like day one, you can build him as a carry. Any other ideas like there that you would put in as general notes for people just starting?
Yes, if you want to reroll, which most of you will at global launch, you want to reroll actually at 1/6. Don't wait till your rookie summons on 2/8. Do it at 1/6.
I've had some people asking this question. If you make purchases in game, obviously you get reimbursed at 150%. So if you re-roll, are you going to lose that?
If you re-roll, yes, because you do not want to re-roll on the account you spend money on. That's linked to your Google or your Facebook. If you want to re-roll, you'd want to re-roll on a separate account.
So don't re-roll.
Yeah, don't re-roll on the accounts that you have linked. Well, technically you couldn't re-roll anyway because your account would be binded.
Right. Don't re-roll on
Do you have to link right away, or do you link later after?
You have to link
started?
before the beta's over.
No. I mean, like when you start your new account, you log in as a guest, right?
Oh no, yeah, you're gonna want to log in as your linked account.
Okay,
yeah.
so you have to log in right from the beginning as it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume they did that so you couldn't abuse it.
Right.
So you can't re-roll and then link.
Yeah, because then you would just have astronomical advantage. So if you're gonna be free to play, obviously you're not gonna spend. If you're gonna be a casual spender, honestly, if you're not looking to spend big money, I will not spend in the beta. I would do it in the release. You might lose out on that 50% bonus, but you still have that luxury of re-rolling. So, but if you are gonna whale out, now's the time to do it.
They said that they'll have every pack available. Is that real? Every single pack from every beta?
I have no idea what they're doing with the packs.
Yeah, they have a note. They sent a piece of mail to everyone, and it said you will have access to every single pack that was in every beta.
Yeah, so I think what they're saying with the wording, I read it after you talked about it in your stream yesterday, Dan. I read it as well, and the way I read it is much the way you read it, except I add the condition that the store that we're able to spend those tokens or whatever they're calling them, they're going to give us the money, or they're going to give us for the money that we're spending here in beta. Those tokens, the store where you can spend those will have all of the packs that were available in beta to buy.
Okay. Like that $1 pack for a full set of gear with the...
Yes.
Yeah, like that's an amazing deal.
Yes, exactly. So, hey, take 75% of that, But yeah, so as I would say maybe they have new packs, or a lot of them will probably stay the same as they are now, I would imagine, in the regular store if you're going to start spending anew. But I would say the tokens that we get, that store will have all of the packs that have been available in beta. Not necessarily the main store itself. So new players may miss out on some of the deals that we're getting now.
By the way, Chupacabra, right? Your negative affinity, it's 50% chance to deal 50% decreased defense. Decreased damage, sorry.
Yeah. In fact, I'd replace the text. I'd put that screenshot. It's in our Discord. And it's in the pinned information. There's a screenshot of the whole affinity chart. You should just take that and put that in there, rather than putting text. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll go back and add some the photos. What other type things should we put in general notes? That things people should be aware of right off the bat, ways to really advance their accounts.
Crickets.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
Yeah, see, what I'm asking is kind of what Andy's saying in the Discord, or in the Twitch chat. I'm trying to put down some general notes to give people ideas, like for when, so we can come back and look at this the first day to really jumpstart the account. And Andy LDJ is saying, I'd like to see a roadmap before release, how to spend your first day for best start, what heroes to upgrade, gear to farm, and stuff like that. And that's kind of like why I was saying, like, Zachary. Like, day one, if you pull a Zachary, go ahead and invest in that, because you can get multiple copies. You can start farming Flame Dungeon 3 to maximize his skills. And I think that's what Andy's asking, too. Who you want to, from day one, who's going to be your best return on investment to have powered up the first day. Obviously, some of the arena heroes in our tier list, they're people good to know to build for arena, but arena's not going to be a day one thing. Who besides Zachary should you latch onto and try to get early?
Day one, players should be focusing on what type of team do they want to build, because funny enough, when you do your rookie summons at 2-8, you don't actually have to select a legendary. You could actually pick up an ultimate if it fits your team build, because if it may be a legendary you're passing up on, but if the team build is right and it's going to carry you long term, then go ahead and pick up an epic. Like, for example, if you want to build up a team that that you can utilize with Zach and doing your gear dungeons early on, let's say that your rookie summons provides you with an Asrina. Go ahead and pick it up, because now you're going to have Asrina and you're going to have a Zachary. Now you're going to have a nice duo. It's going to carry you through story. It's going to carry you through the early stages of Tulpa. Now you can start farming up gear early, and then you can start worrying about other units later on, now that you have an established account. So that's just some little things you could do there. Don't always just take the legendary because it's a legendary. Make sure it fits your team.
Yeah, I pick Zatlux instead of the legendary out of my rookie summons on my free-to-play account.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a unit that fits what you're trying to do as a player, if you're a free-to-play, casual spender, or if you're going to spend a lot of money, you just want to take that into account, what type of team you want to build. Because, like I said, if it's just a legendary for the sake of being a legendary, that's not the way you want to approach this game. Legendaries are going to be hard to pull. There's a 1% rate. It's not the end of the world if you want to go full epics and below. They will carry you in this game. So just, be cautious. I would say another thing that you want to do on day one that a lot of people completely ignore is actually you want to do your Conquer Dungeon missions from Evelyn, because you can pick up some really strong early game gear from that on day one. It's not even that difficult. You just have to be able to beat Tulpa 5, which you could do on a nice day grind. No problem, especially if you're building up your Zachary's, which I highly recommend all free-to-plays to do, because he's going to carry you quite a bit. He's going to be good in boss fights. He's a free-to-play unit. He's going to be easy to get dupes for. What can I say that, you don't already know about Zach?
And he's guaranteed, too. It's not a chance. You actually get him no matter what.
Yeah, you get him from story.
Yeah.
And if they do what they're doing right now for the beta, they'll give us a free copy of him as well. So you're going to get your first dupe for free. So that's if they, of course, carry that over, which they should, but who knows?
Yeah, and you can fully max his skills grinding Dungeon 3 in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, very quick.
I like what you're saying, too, about doing what's best for your team, because I know a lot of people, seems like everybody gets to the rookie poll and then is on Discord saying, should I take Mathesia or Ballbuster or whatever his name is? And I always want to say, well, how does it help your team? If you really need a healer and a resurrector, if you don't have really strong people, it might be really worth it to have Mathesia to keep you alive while you're grinding early. But if you have strong gear and strong people with you, then take the DPS and you might not need the healer. So it's really not a one size fits all answer, just like you were saying. And sometimes it's better to go the other route and get what fits with your team a lot better than just for this. And that's kind of like what we were saying when we were doing the tier list. There's some legendaries that are stronger than other people, but when you look at return on investment, and Zachary's a great example, you could get a stronger legendary, but is Mulhex naked going to be better than Zachary when you can get Zachary with max skills and ascended with several dupes? Zachary naked versus Mulhex naked, you'd probably take Mulhex, but Mulhex naked versus, an ascended Zachary with max skills, and you're going to want Zachary.
That's the same in every gacha game. I mean, it's luck of the draw, right?
Right.
You don't know what your team's going to look like until you start doing your summoning. Like, you're just not going to know.
Yeah, and team composition too, like Kenny and Josh were talking about. When they start talking about a counterattack team, one of those heroes on your team might not do a great deal of might not make a big difference, but you put 3 or 4 of those guys in a well-constructed team, and now you've got like a Batman team or something on raid. It's not necessarily the 4 best strongest characters you have, it's the 4 best for that goal and the 4 best that work together. Let me see if I need to catch up any on the chat. Andy, do the tower early to promote quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of good skills in the Void Tower. I mean, a lot of good rewards.
Make sure to keep an eye on your bartender shop as well. You always want to buy those enchantments. Those are hard to come by.
I want to ask you that. Now, hold on just a second. Let me write this, and then I'm going to go into the game, because now you're getting into some other areas that I need some help with, and I think some other people might too. So if you don't mind, Josh, I got some questions I can ask you about that. Early progression.
Yeah, we should make a list of things to buy in the shop. Like, I was looking, Dan did something in his stream yesterday. We were trying to figure out with the bread, with with the meal coupons, but it was okay. It was 100 for 2. Well, guess what? If you just use a diamond and click, it's 50 diamonds for the same thing. So
Yeah, but later they're 200. Depends on how many refreshes you do in a day. They get more and more expensive. So
okay,
first
so
one
to
is
go up
50.
each time you use it.
But then
Okay.
the next time it's 100. Next time it's like 150, and then I think it's 200 every time. So it's actually quite pricey once you start using them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
write
that's-
this down on pen and paper so I don't have to change and type or anything. But if we could, I want to go through the each of the shops and kind of make a list of prioritize what to buy. So in the gold shop, what should we be looking to buy in here first, Josh?
In the gold shop, the cream of the crop in the gold shop would obviously be your enchantments for your gear, because gear EXP in this game, so the gear EXP in this game is abysmal. It's literally, I consider it one step away from not even existing because it's that bad.
So you're talking
hopefully
about
that's
these
something that they
standard
work
boots
on.
like this?
Charms, yeah, the standard boot charm. Yeah, any type of charm. If you see a charm anywhere, you usually want to buy it. At least in this beta, because they're so scarce. And then glyphs probably second.
Yeah, I would definitely buy the glyphs because glyphs have very bad drop rates, especially if they're a higher tier glyph.
And they're pretty cheap.
If you see any high-end gear, you always want to buy those. You always want to make sure you look over it and see the stats and the substat first before you buy it, of course. But yeah, if you start seeing 5 or 6 star gear when you get your shop level up higher and it's really good, it's going to cost you somewhere between like, high 90s to 130, 140k. So make sure if you are farming for some gold from the shop, make sure you got some gold laying around in your inventory. Because they will be a bit pricey, but they do save you a lot of time farming. And if it's the right set, the right, stats, hey, it saves you a lot of headache. And then the only thing you got to hope for is good rolls. The crystals I've been on the fence on because I feel like those are just something you can farm at any time. On Sunday, all of the dungeons are open. The worst case scenario, if you need some of those for a hero skill up, you could always just wait till Sunday, go in, pick any dungeon you need to, and kind of just, get them done.
Yep.
Okay, diamond shop.
Hold on. Foodie shows up in the gold shop.
Foodie?
Yes.
Oh.
When your shop level is higher, yes, you will get
I
foodies
got one
to show
this
up.
morning. I was like, yes, I did not know he would show up in the gold shop. He
If
was
you
there. I bought him.
If you actually click that eye icon right up there next to where your shop level is, it'll tell you. You can click that right next to the bartender's head to the left of it.
Foodie's like more rare than legendaries.
Okay, I'm at shop level 3. I see what you're saying.
There you go. Makes foodie appear.
Ah. Okay.
Nice.
That's a goal then. That's a goal list right there.
Yeah. I
How
didn't
do you
even know that
unlock
was
the
there.
shop? Is it just by completing campaign?
Well, let's look at it. Bring
What
it
does
back
it
up.
say?
Bring it back up, Chupa.
For foodie,
There you
makes
go.
foodie appear in the shop. You have to clear adventure 8-1
Oh, clear
to
adventure
unlock.
8-1. Yeah.
Clear adventure 5-1 on hard to make epic glyphs appear. And legendary glyphs if you clear 1-1 on mythic.
Okay, so there's goals.
Diamond shop.
The top ones are discounted ones. So those, obviously, again, charms number 1. Charms are so rare. And there's only a limit of 1 or 3.
You want to get your 3 discounted summoning crystals every Monday.
Yep.
And I think...
Is that them? Is it 100? Is that the discounted rate?
You already bought them.
Yeah, you already bought them. Every Monday, this shop refreshes for the weeklies. That's when you're gonna buy that stuff at discount. I would say you could skip the 3-star pumpkins. Those are useless because you could just grab random fodder and start up real quick like nothing. It doesn't even take much jelly to do that. Now the 4-star one, that one might be a bit worth it because it is a little bit more work. But the 3 stars, I would skip that pumpkin.
Yeah, I have so many 3-star pumpkins.
So you need to do the weekly.
Yeah, every Monday. Every
Crystals.
Monday it should reset.
Okay. Anything else on here? No.
No.
Hero Essence. How do you get Hero Essence? I've got none of it.
You have to take units that you already summoned and banish them. And you have to banish a lot.
Okay.
So this, if you are not a whale, you might as well pretend this does not exist.
Okay. And Guild Vault.
For this, scroll down again. Obviously the charms are nice, but they're a little bit more pricey in this shop. Go back up again. Yeah, you don't want 4-star gear, obviously, because you're going to be getting into 5 pretty soon.
Just wait on it.
I'd say, I guess, just the charms and maybe the daily meal coupons, if you have a bunch saved up, if you're short on stamina, could be very helpful for free-to-plays. That's really about it, because, like I said, this shop is a little bit harder to get daily, because you don't get that much from the guild boss.
Arena. Should you just be saving up for General Ascension Stones?
Yeah, that's technically what you want to save up for. It will take you for a long time. But it is very much worth it, obviously, especially if you want to feed that into a legendary. But yeah, this is definitely one that you're going to have to sit on for a while.
And then the Trial Shop.
The Trial Shop, you want the 5-star accessories. That Ancient Summoning Crystal, I'm telling you all right now, that is a freaking scam. Do not waste your coins on that, because, you know, it's a 1% rate or whatever it is for a legendary. So you're just going to basically be saving up to get an epic. So I would say the 5-star accessory chest is the way to go, because those drop a lot less in gear dungeons. And it's not too expensive, 500. You can build that up over the course of a week.
5-star accessory chest? Is that what this one here?
Yeah. The summoning crystal is a little bit pricey in this one as well, so I don't know if I'd go that route either.
Awesome. Chloe's asking about guild quests to help upgrade the guild. That's a good question too about guilds. So in our guild, we are level 2. We have 30 members. The initial 30. I don't know what this means about Dan Heilman leaving the Brotherhood. Oh, I thought Dan was still here. For guild quests and stuff, I'm assuming that guild quests are how you gain gear and also how you get points for your guild to be leveled up. Is there a point that guilds go up to where you have, say, 35 members instead of 30? You know, can you add members?
I never recalled the guild members going up.
So it's
but
always
then again,
so 30 is as high?
As far as I know, it could be just, you know, coincidence of the beta's not lasting long enough for us to find out, but I don't recall ever seeing it go over 30.
Man, that's a shame. I'd like to get more people in our guild.
G with 100.
What's that?
We got spoiled in Summoner's Glory with 100.
Yeah, our guild in Summoner's Glory had 100, and it was full all the time. We were constantly having to try to get people in. What about trio challenges? So I get all these trio challenges, but most of the time when I have them, they're way too high for me to compete in them. So just leave them, or
Those aren't really worth it. I mean, you have a chance to get a chest with really good legendary gear, but they're going to be very difficult to defeat. Waste of time, honestly. The friend challenges, sometimes you'll get the shards that you can do 2 times in a row. Those are okay. I wouldn't worry about those in beta, obviously, but for release, maybe I'd consider doing those, especially if it's a epic or legendary that you're trying to get dupes of. It will take you a long time, but it's only 12 stamina, so might as well. And then there's the jelly and gold dungeons, which they're usually 6 stamina as well, but you don't get too much from them. Honestly, if you just do one run of the highest difficulty of story, even on chapter 1, you're going to get more from that than you are going to get from those runs. Unless they make any changes, hopefully.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to.
I'm still confused about how to get the jellies to go. Dan said that if you just I haven't gotten. This is the first time I've gotten dispatch. What does dispatch do?
Dispatch is phenomenal. At the start, it's kind of not great. You got to build it up. But you'll start getting a lot of jelly, a lot of gold, a lot of shards, and chests from these. You just got to keep working at them and build them up. If you go down to the dispatch level, it'll tell you what you got to do to level up. There's even abilities or whatever that you can buy, or buffs rather, as you start getting points from completing dispatches, which you can level up. And so you'll get better dispatch missions. You'll have faster cooldowns. These really start to pay off. And what's really nice about these is it's one of the few things in the game that doesn't cost you stamina.
So you can do 3 a day?
It's kind of like Anabasis.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead, go talk.
It's kind of like Anabasis in Summoner's Glory. You start out doing 3, like I can do 6 now, I think.
You essentially get to do them all day long. There is no cap. It's just however many you can do in a 24-hour span.
What is the point? Am I just wanting to put...
I usually just click... Well, if you have a lot of units in your box, I usually just click quick select.
Yep.
It'll just give you a success rate, and then you just click deploy. It'll use your characters have basically 2 hearts of stamina, if that makes sense, and they refresh after a while. So if you have 0 hearts next to one of your units, you won't be able to use them until they regain their stamina. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know what else you'd really call it. It doesn't really have it doesn't have an official name, but you get the idea. So yeah, you just do that. You do it all day long. You want to make sure you're checking your dispatch periodically.
Oh, you can only do 3 at a time.
Have quick ones.
Well, when you start, you can do 3, but you unlock more. If you go down to the bottom left, your picture's over it right now. I can't see it. And I'm in the middle of a run, so I can't look at mine.
Okay. Alexa, set an alarm for 2 hours. Okay. So when these are done, I can do 3 more, and then as you go, I got you. Okay.
You get points for them, and then you can spend the points to upgrade your ability to do more of them.
Yeah, in the dispatches will upgrade. You'll go from like common to rare to epic to legendary.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like them.
You get Hero Matrix and other nice rewards. Points are used to buy talents that make it easier to dispatch quests. Don't use more units than you needed in dispatch. At higher level, you need your best heroes, legendary dispatch. So can I not use them again in 2 hours, or can I use them again?
Well, if they still have hearts left, what he was calling stamina.
Gotcha.
Since you just started, you're gonna have about 2 or 3 days before you start having to worry about units.
Yeah.
But at that point, when you start getting into the 3 stars and the 4 stars, start manually putting in the units to get to the percentage close to 100 as you can. If you put in an additional unit and the percentage don't go up, just don't use that additional unit.
Gotcha. Awesome. What else can we get information about? Covenants.
Yeah, if you're a free-to-play player, you definitely want to try to unlock Asrina from that as soon as possible.
Oh, so hey, hold on, slow down a second. So go back to that, the one you were just looking at. Did it say darkness?
This one?
Okay, yeah, it said shadow captive. Yeah, that's closed right now, so that's another thing that people might want to keep track of. The prerequisites for these, like, first of all, would require, that they be open. So except on Sunday. Yeah.
I was gonna say on the Conquer Dungeons, you want to get most of that done on day 1. You want to take your Zac or any other fire unit or unit that you have that will work. Go into Tulpa 5, beat it the first day. Actually, I can tell you how to beat all of them. Very simple. So if you go up to if you get up to chapter 5 of story, of normal story, and then you go back and do the first 2 chapters of hard mode, you should have, by that point, you should have a full team of level 40s and at least 1 level 50. And you should already have had some of the gold 4-star HP gear. You want to put all that, level it up a bit, get one of your tanks over 8k. Even if it's not a great tank, just get that gear to get that tank over to 8k. And then you want to bring in Elson to do your true damage on a level 1 Tulpa. You want to use your free-to-play Kane skill 2 to get your defense down on Tulpa. And you want to use your Zachary to be able to beat up to Tulpa 5. If you do all that in the first few hours, you can clear 8 out of 10 of those Conquer Dungeon missions on day 1. So there you guys go, the full breakdown.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Oh, did you see what he just put in Discord?
You can turn
What?
bonus experience buff on and off? I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay. I did not know that either. I'm gonna go test that right now. I'm gonna go eat an experience cube and go flip it off.
It's a very good quality of life. That way you don't have to worry about popping a 6-hour one and have to play for 6 hours straight.
That is fantastic.
Anybody else got some questions or anything we can do? Again, reminder, please, just click the heart button to like the stream. You'll get notifications whenever we're on. It's not a subscription. It's completely free. It'll just make you part of the family and notify you when we're online. It'll help the algorithm and help me out. If you do decide you'd like to subscribe, that's cool too. But the follow is free if you'd like to follow and be a part of the family. Really appreciate everybody here. This is great. Everybody's making great suggestions, and I'm fascinated by this. So I really appreciate everybody's information. If you have anything that you want to, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. If you have any questions or any tips or anything you want to add, again, those of you that are new, that's right, by the power of my unicorn. If you want to join our Discord, this is our Discord. That's not the regular Awaken Discord. This is our guild Discord, but anybody's welcome, not just our guild. There's a ton of content creators in there. Great way to ask questions. We have information pinned in there. You can also get help by making friends and having other people that you can use support heroes for. That's another support heroes is something else I want to ask about. And then Spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet we've been working on. Everybody can have access to this. Click that link. And thank you for the follow, Andy. I appreciate it. Click that link. And that's the actual Google document that we're creating. We have general info. We have a tier list. I added some people suggested shop. I'm going to be updating that using information that that Josh helped us with about what to buy in shops. Also gearing. Some people asked about gearing, so we'll start working on a gearing list about advice about how to gear your characters. We have Foodie's Guide. We have packs. We have a lot of things in there that we'll keep adding.
I created a well, you don't have to use it, but I created a gear guides video a couple days ago. If you want to use it, that's fine.
Oh, nice.
Do you are you is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it'll be under oh, here, I'll just type it in here. Hold on.
Do you regularly make content?
Yeah, I took a little hiatus off because I had to work my personal business because of the pandemic, but yeah, I'm getting back into it.
Okay, well, Chupa can set you up in his shout-outs, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
But there you guys go. I typed in my YouTube name. This is probably a little bit better for you guys.
Exus Games.
Yeah, Exus Games. There you guys go. The actual video for you. I made a full-on beginner guide too. That's like 42 minutes long. So if you guys want to go get some lunch, there you go.
I think that's your YouTube channel. I think if you click that link, it should go to your YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm halfway through watching this video already.
Do you do Twitter, Josh?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
I mean, I'm sorry, Twitch is what I meant to say.
Oh no, I gave up Twitch a while ago.
Okay.
Well, now you can do guest appearances.
Yeah, you're welcome here anytime. What about on this? Is it best to be farming artifact battles, random events? What do you recommend on this? Like, if you know you're good enough to win, should you be getting
All
some
right,
loot?
so they nerfed the rewards in this exponentially. This used to drop 6-star gear, legendary gear chests. They took it away, which is actually what is the reason why it's bottlenecking a lot of us on gear right now, because it used to be fairly easy to get gear from here after a while. So because of that, the rewards in this mode are not all that great. Every once in a while, you'll get 50 gems. You'll get like 2,000 gold here and there. You'll get a little bit of gems at the end after you beat each floor. There's 3 floors in total. But in terms of just, trying to get to the actual floor boss, I would say try to take the shortest path possible. Go into the chest, go into the fireplace, go into the altars. Anything you can that's not an enemy, try and go through those as quick as possible. Don't kill yourself. Don't bend over backwards trying to get through this mode, because it's not as rewarding as it used to be.
Okay.
Now, it could change in release, but for right now, no. It's just rush to get it done.
I try to fight as little as possible.
Exactly. That's what what you want to do. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm doing it right. Yeah. Dan kept fighting yesterday, and I was like, I don't know who's right.
So do you
Should
want
I
purse or
ignore it,
random
or
event?
should I just try to get through it?
You know what this mode is truly good for? Testing out light and dark units that you'll never pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was doing. Every time I saw a scroll, I made sure I stayed on the path so I could get it, so I could try and see what their abilities are.
Well, sorry to cut you guys short, but I have to go.
Yeah.
Josh, thank
Hope I
you
was
for
able to help
stopping
you
by.
guys out. No problem.
I sent you an in-game friend request, and I appreciate you joining the Discord. I hope you continue on with the Discord. We certainly appreciate you.
No problem. Hope you guys got a lot of useful information.
Yeah, I gave your YouTube channel a sub, and I've got your video open. I'll watch it later, and I'll go see what else you got.
Much appreciated. I'll have more videos coming soon. Thank you guys all so much, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, cool.
Take care, Josh.
Yes, see ya.
And make sure we get him on shout out, man.
One kill.
Yeah, I posted his YouTube link. He doesn't have a Twitter to shout out, but that's
Yep.
his YouTube link posted right there. YouTube.com channel. If you click that, you'll be taken to his main page, and you can subscribe there. Kenny, thank you. I'm glad you're back. Glad everything worked out. I'm going to keep playing for a little while if you guys want to stick around, but if anybody has any suggestions, any questions, anything, by all means, let's make this as interactive as possible. Feel free to ask anything you want to question. If I can't answer, I'm sure somebody else here can. Probably better than me. Oh, holding your baby? Hey, that's what's important, man. So anybody got any good stories about the game? Any funny stuff that's happening? Anything really interesting or that you like or that you're proud of?
You don't stand a chance. Oh. You don't stand a chance. Oh. Bow before my lights.
If there's anybody here who wants to join the Discord or who wants to add friends in the game, just post. You like the bonding codex? Pulled all the oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, if you pull the right people and you get combinations and then you get rewards and stuff. Yeah.
Man, there were a lot of diamonds in there.
Yeah.
By the power of my unicorn.
You know, I really want it to go to live and not be beta, but at the same time, I've already made a lot of mistakes and I'm learning more every day. So the other part of me is really glad that it's going to start over and I can start over fresh.
One kill.
Yeah, exactly. That's why betas are great.
You know what else I'm really happy about, being that it's here today on Labor Day, and we should mention Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody. I'm really happy that I'm inside in the air conditioning, playing this great game, and J-Town is outside doing yard work. I pulled 3. Pulled 3 id in the same pull. Chloe just working things out, farming the highest stuff. Lenong, I think the gold shop refresh is pretty worth it at least once or twice. So I didn't know that. You can refresh the gold. Do you just pay a price and then you refresh everything in it? You can get lots of charms and 6-star leg gear. That's cool. My wife wanted to go for a walk for some fresh air after we started the stream. It was hot as hell. Andy, take care. Thanks for the follow, man. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. I don't know about you, but I feel like I learned an awful lot about the game in the last couple hours.
For
20
sure, man.
diamonds to refresh the shop. What's that, group?
Having some of these, you know, earlier beta players available has been really nice because, you know, they know shit already.
Absolutely. I appreciate them being willing to impart knowledge on us.
I'm excited about a full reset out of beta and getting 150% back and being able to not make the mistakes that I've made this time around.
Absolutely.
And being able to use this opportunity to test stuff out and not care whether it's a bad investment, just to do some testing.
Right, right. And that gives you a chance to do things you wouldn't ordinarily do, and that's how you learn good characters and stuff. I mean, you could use your materials on somebody you wouldn't ordinarily do and find out either it's a good idea or it's a bad idea.
For sure.
Let my power blow you away.
Bow before my might.
By the power of
Yeah, Zoldyark, Kenny was saying that he learned a little earlier that you can pause that.
one shot.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm going to pause mine when I'm done doing these storyline quests because they give a lot already anyway, so.
It's time to end it. It's time to end this. By my beard.
You don't stand a chance against me.
Bow before.
And why is my survey back again? They want to give me 200 more diamonds? I'll take 200.
Yeah, they've been people have been able to do that survey a few times.
One shot, one kill.
Dan
one
never
shot.
got credit for his. I got credit for mine twice.
Time to end it. It's time to end it. Die, invader. You don't stand a chance.
Nature be with you.
It's time to end it.
Let my power blow you away. One shot. By the power of... Let my power blow you away.
Bow before my might. Bow before my might.
I must protect the forest.
By my beard.
don't stand a chance against me.
Bow before my
Nature be with you.
One shot,
Let's see.
one
I was told to use a 60-minute boost when jelly stage is only around for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's kind of a pain. That's what happened to me last night. I ran the boost and then I ran like 2 jelly and it was done.
Yeah, but now we know we can pause it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that Zoldyark was saying that's great because it was doing that, and now we've got a workaround for that.
I don't think we talked about it. I think Dan talked about it a little bit yesterday, but not a whole lot. The Magic Pass. You see what he's asking about in chat?
I haven't talked about it. I did not get the Magic Pass. How do I? Oh, do I have to do level 40 now? Oh man, this is.
You're done for today.
Oh, that's all I can do today.
Yep.
I did not get the overall pass, but I did get the silver card, and Adultery was just messaging me asking about that. The 15% experience. This is the $4.99 one, so I'm getting a 15% experience bonus from battle. I don't know if I would do this in the regular game, but I figured I would get $6 back for the $7.50 back once it goes live. The gold card, if you look at that, I don't want to do it, but it's $14.99. You get 1,000 diamonds, then 300 diamonds daily, plus 15% gold from battle. So that's a lot of gold. Just these things, to me, it's tough for me to determine return on investment. It has more to do with how much disposable income do you have and how much do you want to part with it. It's kind of like, to me, you know, if I get a speeding ticket, it really, really affects me. But if LeBron James gets a speeding ticket, it's like a nickel to him. So I guess that's how I look at these things. Is it worth $14.99? Well, if you're having trouble paying for groceries this month, it's probably not worth $14.99. But if you've got a lot of discretionary income and $14.99 is not going to bother you, then there's better things you can spend on. I usually kind of tend to look at like an hour. What's an hour of my time worth? Like if you go to a movie theater, you're going to drop $20 plus concessions, you know, for a couple of hours. So to me, you know, when I look at prices, like if a Disney ticket is $80, I think, well, that sounds like a lot, but is that $10 an hour for 8 hours in a day? Maybe that's not so bad. So I kind of think, you know, $10 an hour for me isn't that bad. So is it worth an hour of fun? Probably, if you're going to play this nonstop for the whole month. So that's kind of my answer to that.
So another way you could look at this is looking at the value, right? So you get 1,000 diamonds immediately, plus you get 300 diamonds every day for 30 days. So that's a total of 10,000 diamonds.
Right.
So that's 10 full, you know, that's 100 summonings.
Plus additional gold from the battle as gravy.
Plus all the gold for the entire month. Plus extra gold for the entire month.
Right.
So is that worth $15? Yeah. I mean, yeah. To me, it is.
And right now, you know, is beta test going to be open for a month? Yeah, you're probably gonna get that much out of it. So you're gonna get back out of that 15. You're gonna get back 2250. So by buying it, then the first month the game goes live, you can say you already have the gold card and the silver card paid for, and then some. So if you want to test it out, this is a good time to test it out because you'll get back 150%.
Yep. I agree. It's an upfront payment to get diamonds every day and get all the extra gold. And that gold will give you the extra gold to buy stuff in shops and upgrade
If you're
oh,
eventually going to spend money on this game, a 50% return on return on investment is not bad. If you put
No.
that $15 in the bank for a month, you would have $15 and less than a penny interest. If you put that $15 in this, you're going to get $7.50 basically in interest. So that's a much better return on investment than even a CD or a money market.
Get it now, and then get a bonus out of it when we go live, and you get to have it for the first month, like day one. Just get them day one, right off the bat, before you do anything else.
Yep.
And then start playing. So what else do we got in the shop? Let's see. Since we're talking about shops, let's talk about it. Go back, man. Go back to the shop. Let's see what else we got.
See, some of these aren't that bad because if you want them now, you get the first time purchase. Say you want to get $10 and get 600 diamonds. You actually are going to get 1,200 diamonds. You're going to get $15 back. And then when this thing starts again, you could almost do the 1,200 diamonds for your same investment and be getting 2,400. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Well,
like you're getting your purchase twice. You get to use the diamonds now, but you're going to get back 150% of that.
Yeah, well, and the first time purchase times 2, guess what? That's gonna apply when the game goes live, because it's gonna reset.
Exactly. So for $9.99, you're getting 2 $9.99s, and then when the game starts, you're almost going to be getting 2 of the $19.99s. So for that $10 investment, you're almost going to be getting $20, $40, $50, $60 worth. It's just split over the pre-beta and the post-beta. So I'm not telling people to spend money. One of my things is I'm very cautious. I don't like to spend people's money. I don't like to tell people how to spend their money. That's a personal decision to me. But I'm just saying, if you're going to spend $10 on the game when it goes live, you might as well spend the 10 now, enjoy it, and then get 15 from your 10 later.
Yeah, get that bonus.
Kalaskos, yeah, but 10,000 diamonds is $14.99. 10,000 diamonds? Oh, I see what you're saying. 10,000 diamonds is $14.99 with the gold pass. So Kalaskos is saying it's a better, instead of buying $9.99 to get 1,200 diamonds, use the $14.99 to get 10,000 diamonds, and then do it that way. That the monthly card is a much better return.
Oh yeah. I see
For
what you're saying.
$14.99, you're getting 10,000. For $9.99, you're getting 1/7 of that. You're getting 13%.
Yeah. I gotcha. I smell what you're stepping in.
Yeah. So far out of everything we've looked at, that gold card is pretty much the best buy. Daily packs. I don't even know what are in these. Make sure you're getting your free daily packs. They don't have any of my little 99-cent packs.
No, they don't.
Rookie summoning, $4.99. Free weekly pack, and then recommended. The newbie summoning pack. Newbie growth pack. Legendary and recommended. Yeah, I think this one's a phenomenal buy.
Yeah, the 99-cent one for sure. Just because of the gear that's in it, even if you don't play the hero. But she's good. I mean, we already know this. She's good to start with. I mean, yeah. But if you're gonna do that, like right off the bat, before you start playing, come in and buy the gold and silver cards, and then buy the 99-cent pack.
So I
Right
should
off the
even
bat.
put that
Get the
on
gear.
here. General notes.
Get the gear, and then start doing your storyline quests. And just blast through it.
So I'm putting on our thing to buy the gold card, and what do we figure? It's 10,000 diamonds? Or gold.
Yeah, no, the gold card is 10,000 diamonds. Because it's 300 per day times 30 days plus the initial 1,000. So that's 10K. And yeah. Plus you get a 15% gold boost for an entire month. So every time you're doing anything for gold, 15%. So, I would look at it as saying, well, the gold boost is great. That's the bonus. But 10,000 diamonds for 15 bucks. Yeah. That's pretty decent, man. It's a lot better than just buying diamonds. And since it's a month-to-month thing, basically you're getting that every single month. If all you do is just re-up your gold card every month. And that means you will guaranteed to have enough diamonds to do a full 10, summonings just from buying that gold card plus the gold boost every month. If you do nothing else every month, then 15 bucks. Do the one thing and win.
Have you got offered the special summoning pack yet? $19.99, 400 diamonds, 10 premium summoning crystals for an element of your choice.
Oh yeah, the RNG on the element instead of yeah, going by your choice instead of RNG.
Is that this special legendary pack? Nope.
That crystal does give you a legendary, period. That's not the same one as the one that we were talking about earlier. That one just straight up gives you a legendary.
There it is. So I've got 22 minutes of Jelly Madness. Okay, so let's test this. So I want to go and pop experience. I want to use it to get double experience. Now, how do I pause it?
Oh, I see the screenshot you posted, the special summon pack. That's weird. It shows the chest, but it doesn't actually show how many summon crystals it gives you. It says summon them with advanced summoning crystals, but then it doesn't show any summoning crystals. It just shows diamonds and a 10 chests. Huh.
So, Groo, how do I pause the experience?
You don't stand a chance.
Custom element summoning chest. Select summoning crystals. Oh, okay. Yeah, you get these as rewards sometimes too. Basically, it'll summon an epic or legendary of a specific elemental type. So if you're looking for more waters or more air, or not air, wind or whatever the green one is, um, you can, yeah. I got this one.
It will end.
So you can tell each of the 10 as you click the chest and use the chest. You can only use one at a time, and you have to tell it what element you want to summon into. So if you're looking for somebody in fire, you know,
By the power.
do 6 fire and 3 of whatever other type. But yeah, basically it's just elementals though. It's red, blue, green.
Thank you, Chloe. That was what I needed to know.
It will end here and now. Shut up and fight.
One shot.
Yeah,
one kill.
I agree. I think it's interesting to have, you know, more focused summoning methods available. So if your team is really weak on, you know, water element people, then yeah, you pick up that pack and say, yeah, give me 10 water, and you hope like hell you get something decent.
It will end.
That's just another way to kind of target your summoning, you know, as opposed to 100% RNG. At least you'll be in the right element type for what you're looking for.
By the power. One shot.
Yeah, Kokachu. Lashana posted or replied to you in the guild Discord, and I agree with her. If you play Rage of Destiny, yeah, it looks like those are kind of like faction scrolls in Rage of Destiny. Yeah, just more targeted. I haven't gotten those, but that's what that looks like. That is cool.
Nature be with you.
There you go. And that's how you pause it. Awesome. Thank you, Chloe. And then you turn it back on. I love it. There are so many smart people here.
It will end. You don't stand a chance. Shut up and fight! It will end. You don't stand a chance.
Hey, Groo, did you see Losmi's post on announcements in Summoner's Glory?
I did not.
They're collecting requests for test server access. They actually asked me if I wanted to be on the test server, so I know you were looking into it. It has a post that says, we will start collecting requests for test server access. Gamers from our community will have the opportunity to jump on the long-awaited server and test the new features. You might want to send Losmi an email. They're going to want like your user ID and things like that.
Okay.
By the power. One shot.
Chloe, you already applied for that? Good deal.
It will end. Shut up and fight!
One shot, one
These
kill.
things remind me in Princess Bride. What were those things? Rodents of unusual size or something like that?
You don't stand a chance.
I must protect the forest.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Nature be with you.
It will end. Shut up and fight!
By the power. One shot.
Did anybody download the spreadsheet? Is it coming in handy for anybody?
One shot, one kill.
Awesome. If there's anything we need to change, let me know. Or update or add to it.
It will end here and now. You don't stand a chance. Shut up and fight! It will end.
Groo, you might want to go look at that thing on announcements on the SG Discord. It also has a photo of what looks like, from what people have been telling me, what could be a new character in SG as well with the update.
Shut up and fight!
And it's not the ones we've been expecting.
It will end.
One last call, if y'all don't mind, if you would, please consider clicking the heart button to follow the channel. We would love to have you in our community. It's completely free. Also, if you'd like to subscribe, this is a good month to do so. All subscriptions are 20% off on Twitch. So just a couple of dollars helps out the stream, helps me out, helps us continue doing what we do. And there's also a way, if you have Amazon Prime, that you can subscribe without spending $1. On Amazon Prime, if you go to your Prime Gaming, you can give one subscription a month to a Twitch streamer of your choice, and you do not spend a penny. It's completely free. It comes with your Amazon account. The streamer gets the benefit, but you do not spend a penny. So if you are interested in that, look on your Amazon Prime account. It's very easy. You just click on subscribe, and instead of using money, you just click on the Amazon Prime offer and connect it through your Amazon Prime, and it's a free service on your Amazon Prime. You get one a month that's completely free.
Be with you.
Obviously need to fill out missing kits. We should also make sure we standardize which columns contain which information so we have filters over it. Perhaps a better layout would have a column for each filter with yes or whatever in it. Trying to think the best way to find who provides certain buffs or debuffs. That's not a bad idea. Like, one would say, like, freeze, and you would, like, click just to put an X on the ones that freeze so you could find them quickly. That's not a bad idea.
One shot.
Well, I mean, you could list out all the abilities. I don't know how many there are, but basically you're looking for defense down, defense up, attack down, attack up. So an attack buff, a defense buff, or debuff. Speed buffs, freezes. I don't think I've seen any stuns. But we did talk about needs focus, the accuracy equivalent.
It will end.
Dan Heilman just posted a Tulpa guide for Awaken Chaos Era.
Shut up and fight. It will end. You don't stand a chance. Bow before my mind. Shut up and fight. It will end.
What's everybody having for dinner? Anybody having a Labor Day cookout?
Don't stand a chance. Shut up and fight.
By the power of
Absolutely.
my
There is some good quality of life in this game. And the fact that we're still finding it, like finding that option to pause your buff, that's amazing.
Well, you know, I mean, it's those quality of life things that keep people from getting annoyed at other things, right? So the more like Summoner's Glory has so many quality of life issues, and they could have saved
Shut up and fight.
probably half of their user base if they had just put a little bit of effort into making those changes to improve quality of life. Just so many bad mistakes and so much support that gets support hours for things that just shouldn't be happening.
I like the way you think, Sayo. If you have money for dinner, you're not wailing enough. Absolutely.
Nature be with you.
It will end. Shut up and fight.
Hookah's doing Mexican tonight. Might do chalupas. That would be cheap and easy.
Yeah, I'm having tacos. I was informed last night. Take the ground beef out of the freezer. We're having tacos tomorrow, okay? Tacos are good.
It falls to me to protect the forest.
Well, I think we pretty successfully built our initial tier list. We can start working on that. We've got a good start on our spreadsheet. We've got shareable, so everybody's able to download it. We can get back together. I'll probably stream again tomorrow or Wednesday in the evening, and everybody's welcome to come back. Again, the easiest way to get a notification that we're going live is to follow the stream, and you'll get a text whenever we go live. Thank you for the follow, Sayos. I appreciate that. And we'll come back together and we'll update anything we need to update, play the game, and continue to compare notes and get ready to run this game when it kicks off live. I appreciate all of you. Very nice to meet some of y'all. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the information. Thank you for teaching me and others about the game, especially those who have been in preliminary closed betas before this one. Your information and your knowledge and experience is invaluable. Been really, really nice. Thanks again for meeting us. If you're interested in sending me a friend request in the game, my username is CHUPACABRA. It's all capital letters. That's also the name of our guild. If you decide you're in a guild and you don't like your guild and you'd like to join a more interactive and active guild, by all means, send us a guild request. We are close to full, but we have a couple of spots right now. We're always moving out. If we ever have anybody who's inactive, we move them out and find more spots for people who we want to get in. So you can private message me or Groo on our Discord, and we will do our best to get you into the guild as quickly as possible. Also, join our Discord. And one more time, I'm going to scroll through everything on here. If you're interested in joining our Discord, it's open to everybody, not just our guild members. That's the official Discord for Awaken. It also has some other games on it. We have Awaken, we have Rage of Destiny, Magnum Quest, Near Reincarnation, Summoner's Glory, a lot of games on that Discord, but right now it's really getting active with Awaken. Also Spreadsheet, !Spreadsheet, will always on this server give you the most recent and up-to-date spreadsheet. So if you don't want to make a copy of it and you want to just check it every now and then, we will always update it and keep that here just by hitting spreadsheet. So you have our Discord, and you have our spreadsheet, and also our guild. If you ever are interested in our guild, !Guild shows you our guild. That's it. I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna run y'all into. I'm gonna rage y'all into someone. Hope y'all stick around for a minute. I'm gonna raid y'all into a buddy, so hold on just a second. Please stick around long enough to wave, say hello, introduce yourself. I will see y'all soon. Y'all take care and enjoy your Labor Day. I really appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Oh shit.
Ooh.